I couldn't sleep. So there's a lot on my mind about this Shannon McCoy, McGee, excuse me, Shannon McGee situation, and I want to go ahead and address this and go ahead and move on to bigger and better things because this is a very low vibration. Um, Basically, got nothing going on. A female that 48, almost 50 years old, 48 years old, got two children that she can't take care of, still live with her mama, almost 50 years old, that is a real mentally ill, emotionally unstable, narcissistic, and compulsive lying female. Clearly, she did not have uh, good intentions towards me when she approached me when I started doing Nipsey readings. Doesn't, I mean, she brags about how many celebrities she know, how smart she is, how intelligent, how she's had rap artists that she's managed through a company now, a legacy, but I don't see any fruit that is producing. No celebrities hang with her. She don't have any pictures with them. She got a real old picture in with T.I. and Tiny, but she's in a group photo like she did some type of volunteer work for them maybe 10 or 15 years ago, but Tiny was not on a picture standing side by side with her or hugged up under her like they friends. She's basically in the back in a group. That doesn't mean you know the celebrity, and that don't mean they fuck with you because we haven't seen them with you, and nobody that she was producing, managing, let her say today, she's managing rap artists. They don't talk to her, they don't deal with her, and she's never been photographed with any famous artists that have done any business with her or that have become successful because of her. Just a big liar, a real big liar. Let me tell you what she did all yesterday. I mean, she's acting very cowardly to me, but keeps saying I'm scared of her. Now, I never have a problem. I'm a grown woman and I can speak my truth, but it's not just my truth. I'm going to give you facts. I was up all night reading and researching, and these are things that I already knew. I just didn't mention them to you all. From now on, I really don't trust people. And it's just from now on, when I sense something about someone or I see little signs, like I said, I ask people that love and support me to donate so I can buy my own supplies, my own technical supplies, my own studio equipment, my own remote control tripods, and to get my music set up. I don't know. Y'all got to help me with this. I got to get another phone for my other line. It's acting up real bad. It'll ring, but I really can't see on it. It's messed up so bad, and it's just this screen just running on the other phone. So I was thinking I probably need another phone so I can just like go on YouTube and have a subscription or download the song so I don't have to worry about a stereo system or something when I want to dance. Like y'all see me dancing on the porch and dancing outside. I can have my own hookup, my own speaker, my own microphone so that I won't deal with bitches no more unless they professional women with a lot of honor and integrity and have businesses that we do legitimate business together, but that like shit like this and just hanging with motherfuckers that contact, because she found me, contact you on the internet and act like they want to hang with you and they love you. Every time somebody has done that, and I know I'm not the only one, they always want something. They really don't want your friendship. They're really not concerned about your well being. It's always pretending to love you, but want to be close to you because it's either somebody put them on you to try to spy on you and get in your business to get some bad shit on you to expose you, which I don't have, or they'll say, you know, this person has to have it. She's just pretending because they know that they fake and they liars and they whores and they drug addicts and they pretenders. So Alexis has to be pretending too. So I'm gonna be close to her. I'm gonna see what I see, who in her house, who she fucking. She suck a lot of dicks, and see, then they don't see that over here. So you try to get something on me, and then people that have been close to me, I dare them to come out in public, not lie though. Don't lie on me. I want you to be able to prove it. I want you to bring the niggas forward, the bitches forward. Every fucked up thing you got on me that since you've been hanging at my house and I said things I didn't do, but you got proof that I really do it. See, that's what Shannon needs to be doing at this point. She needs to show y'all all the filthy shit I do that I said I don't do. She need to tell y'all the niggas' names. She need to get y'all the pictures of the names, the bitches. She need to describe the motherfuckers and what she caught me doing because she's been very close to me. So somebody will sick them on you for that, or they might just sick theyself on you because they don't believe like this person, this can't be true. This person can't be really good like this. This person can't be clean like this. This person can't live a spiritual life like this every day. Nobody does. And then they get close to me and it's like, oh, and then you start begging for shit. They start begging. Oh, I need this spell. I need this. I want this man to act right. I want this children to act right. I want this job. Okay, well, they fired me from the job. She gets fired from every job she go to. Now I know why. Always saying she's sick. Always an issue. But yesterday, and the reason why I'm doing this because I'm tired. I'm not scared of Shannon. She got mad because, and see, you see, I tried not to go here. I wasn't going to tell y'all the details of everything. She texts me all day down to, and she was at work doing it, and she's supposed to be a nurse or a medical professional. She worked in the medical field. She worked at a doctor's office. She just got this job because she got fired from the one before that, and fired from the one before that, and fired from the one before that. I've been knowing her since 2019, and ever since I've known her, she's got fired from every job that she's gone to. And then I see now what a liar she is because I see how she lied to her husband. That is her husband that's in jail getting ready to deal with a very important federal case, a federal hearing in front of a racist judge who hates his guts because he has violated his probation several times. And disrespected the judge. So this is not to me just a racial issue. The judge has hard feelings. He just got through going to court with state charges against him. Got out in 2021, violated probation on the molly, on the alcohol, on the powder. Junkies of a feather flock together. So this nigga's a drug addict. Okay. Been in jail his whole life. And what I also, and let me mention this real quick. Text me all day, bitch. I'm gonna come to your house. I got something for you. You scared of me. I know you scared of me. And I said, but I'm really not scared of you. I ain't never been scared of you. You said you were coming up here Sunday night to beat my ass. You said because I'm so scary. You and your husband. Now, how does this look? Your husband has already had more state charges put on him because when he got out in 2021 and you asked me to help you with that, and I did. He's in Louisiana in prison. From what she's saying, his mother had something to do with him putting out. Why? Because he is a sex offender. See, I didn't want to go there, but I'm going now. Because I'm scared. So I'm going now. And I want her to prove I'm scared. So it was all day yesterday. I'm going to catch you outside, bitch. And I said, well, I can't make this up. This is in text. You police bitch. I'm on the phone with Queen of Fool right now, Tia. I love the name Tia. I don't know why people think that hurts my feelings. You are telling a secret that I don't want anybody to know. That's not an alias of mine. That's no longer my legal name. My legal name is Alexis K. Tyler. that was done in an open court of law, in a public court of law. I don't have aliases, but you do, Shannon. You have several aliases that I know about. She's threatening me, but she's coming on my page talking to my fans yesterday, like she did before Sunday, and said I was lying on her. I have 13, 14 personalities. I'm a big liar, but you haven't proved the lies. What have I lied on you about? See, this is where I did not want to go. And then said, bitch, I serve papers on you so fast. You don't know what hit you for lying on me, getting up there speaking your mind on my family. Bitch, I'm coming over to your house because I know you're scary. But I got, unlike you, I got a job. Who wants a job? I'll never punch a clock for no motherfucking body. I hate working for other people. That ain't my goal. I'll never do that. I'll learn anymore. I'll learn whatever I got to learn to run my own businesses and establish them and work for myself. But see, I don't complain about paying my bills and paying my rent. You do. And you got a 9 to 5 that you keep on getting fired from. And you got a 13-year-old, an 18-year-old that you can't take care of. But you work a job and you say you are more responsible than me because you work a job, but you keep getting fired from your jobs and you cannot get your own apartment or your own house. You live with your mother. But you're better than me and make more money than me because you work a 9 to 5 that you hate, and them white folks is always firing your ass. You're not stable in the head. You're not stable in your life. Not stable. And then she says, you know what? You're going to learn. I'm talking to Queen of Fool about you right now, which I don't care. See, she's the type they would like to work with because she's a con and lying bitch. A lying bitch. Like I said, she said these things yesterday, and she's going to sue me. And then she was coming by to beat my ass after she got off work at 5:30 yesterday. And I said, "I'm here. You know I'm here. Oh, you're over there scared right now. You're screaming and you're crying in your bed." I said, "No, no, I'm up. I'm awake. You know that I'm here. So I will wait until you knock on the door." Bitch, I ain't knocking on your door. You eat a dick, bitch. You stupid bitch. It's in the text. Bitch, you don't know who you fucking with. You done met your match now. See, bitch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call you when I'm in your neighborhood. And I want you to come out and meet me at the stop sign. And then I'm going to deal with you, hoe. I'm going to catch you in the street, hoe. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. She's putting this in the text messages. And then says, I have met my match. She gonna show me that she the wrong one to fuck with. Okay. I've been thinking about it all night, and I said, before I say something to everybody, I want to sleep on it. And so I did some research on her, and it's things I found that I already know that I was never gonna tell y'all. She's on my level, right? So just as a woman, in my mind, now y'all see me, so I don't know what you see and hear and feel about me and know about me, because a lot of people always like to start shit with me, and women always do this, and it's always a fat bitch. I thought maybe because she was light skinned with pretty hair, I really wouldn't have that problem out of her. But she's really not that cute in the face or the body. So, but I still thought I wouldn't have that problem with her. And then she's mixed and got some Mexican on her daddy's side or something. So I really didn't think it was an issue, because she read with the same hair like mine. So I really didn't think I would have them issues with her. And the jealousy, the two-faced, the backstabbing. She's a compulsive liar. Look you dead in your face and lie before a cat lick his ass at 12 midnight. And she can say she's not jealous of me, but I've never done anything to her. So the stuff she's saying, stuff she's doing, and I done met my match now, and bitch, you don't know who you fucking with, hoe, and you put my family name out there. No, I didn't put you out there. You already out there because you're a dirty, junky bitch. This bitch is a drug addict. Her husband is a sex offender. She been married to him in prison and she didn't even know the nigga. Married to him in prison, but I've met my match. So that means you in vagina power, right? So that means that you're just like me, how I believe I am. I might be delusional, so y'all can correct me. And other people that have engaged me and I've done business with on a personal level that really know me. I ain't never fucked them over. I ain't never cheated them out, nothing. I ain't never misrepresented myself in the product that I sold. I never lied to them. So I've met my match. So that means you're on my level. You have honor and integrity. So that means you are matching my vibratory rate, and we think alike, we eat alike, we live alike, we fuck the same type of niggas, we handle our children the same way. And I've never contributed to what my son has done. I've never agreed with his lifestyle. I've never lived that lifestyle, and I don't live the lifestyle that Shannon lives. I don't handle my child. Now, my child chose to go away from my teaching to get high with my mother, get high and drunk with my half sister, other family members on his daddy's side, his cousins and shit, and do all these things that I've never ever done, and I've never screwed niggas that live that type of lifestyle. But me and you are alike, and you're harassing me, and you're telling lies on me, and now you're talking to my enemies trying to hurt me, which is absolutely fine. I don't care what you tell them about me because I don't have any secrets. And you don't know anything about me, like me getting high, like me fucking different niggas, me sucking dicks of niggas I don't know. You don't know any of that about me. Because ever since I've talked to her in 2019, I never slept with no niggas, and I never had them in and out of here. But I'm waiting for her to prove that, though, since she said I'm a liar and I have 13, 14 personalities like Sybil. No, I was always consistent with her. She did some things for me when we first started off and brought food here. I did things for her. I looked out for her. In the past 3, 4 months, 3, 4, 5 months, she hasn't bought anything. Everything for her grandmother, her Uncle Gary, the food, the flowers, all that stuff, I bought with my own money and I cooked. And she hasn't eaten here in months. She accused me of giving her food to make her fat, to make her gain weight. I don't want any carbs, but it's amazing to me that since she stopped eating here, she's gotten about 3 times, 3 or 4 times bigger. Fat as hell. But I met my match. I'm just like you. I live like you. I think like you. We're on the same level. It's just like when, I started dancing and she didn't know and other people didn't know that I could do my father's moves. I could move. I could sing. I could do all these things. My body loves it. I love it. I knew she started to feel some type of way about it. People were putting comments in there, and some of the comments I didn't like, well, when are you going to dance, Shannon? And when are you going to dance with Alexis? Never, because that's not what my videos were about. I'm a standalone. My projects, my pussy power, my church, my program, the dance, the meditations around it, that's for me. She wasn't getting in no video to dance with me. Now, there's a lot of men that would look at her over me because a lot of men like big fat women. They like BBLs. So she could have easily gotten in a video by herself and danced in a video by herself. And I would have cheered her on and I would have filmed her and wouldn't have done her like she did me. I wouldn't have charged her a dime. I would have came over to her house and filmed the video. I would have filmed it right here. But it's clear to me you don't want to be a BBL dancer because you don't have any integrity. You don't have any honesty at all. You clearly don't like being fat, but you've gotten fatter. Fatter. And she's about my height. 5'2", 5'3", like she weighed about 300 pounds. And it's like the Michelin man. This shit is ridiculous. She gets out. And I didn't say anything about her. I didn't say anything about it because it's none of my business. It was about me dancing for the spirits and doing what I'm supposed to do and keeping my body the way they tell me they want to keep it. It's like now, just like I'll wear my waist trainer with my girdle I have around my stomach because I was so like being in a bed so long, not being able to walk or stand up for years and not be able to run and tighten my gut up. I've developed a bad habit of letting my stomach stick out. And I've never ever done that. When I was pregnant, of course it pops out, you can't control it, but I have to strengthen all those muscles again. My vagina, my stomach, my bladder, the butt. All those muscles are like a big figure eight. So now I have to train myself again. Stop sticking your stomach out and stop being lazy. And when you're dancing, remember not to stick your stomach out. Pull it in. So I literally put my waist trainer on when I'm dancing to remind me, stop that. Don't do that. That'll cause back problems. That'll cause vagina problems. That'll cause bladder problems. That'll cause rectal problems. Tight. I have to put air, tighten everything, and now think about it as I'm moving. And I watch myself in the video as well as keeping my bowels clean. It's very important to have flexible movement because when we first did the video and I looked at that, I'm like, I felt gassy and I couldn't really move in it. But I'm like, why is my stomach like this? When I'm not eating a lot. And what I realized it was I wasn't getting up. The top of my stomach was kind of puffy like a muffin top. I didn't like that because the rest of my body was not big. That's your transverse colon that goes straight across the rib cage. You got a long section of colon that goes across the top up there. Can you all hear me? Because it just went out. I wasn't looking down. It might have went out. Can y'all hear me? Let me know you can hear me. I don't want to keep talking and find out you can't hear me because it went out and it just said reconnected. Okay. So what I did was I'm like, I started doing more deeper enemas. I was like, I'm not getting up in that colon up there. I'm just getting the bottom. So I started relaxing. I just laid out like I used to do a long time ago, lay on my back, fill that bottle up and that douche bag up, lay on my back, lift my legs straight up, lift my heights my hips up, point my toes to the ceiling, and I lay down, lubed up, and I let that water go all the way up to the top of my stomach where the transverse colon goes straight across, and then everything goes down and curves if you look at a picture of it. When I did that and I just laid there, breathed deeply, and relaxed and just started kneading my stomach, kneading the top, kneading the sides, kneading the bottom down in my pussy, just kneading it down with my ball, my fists up, got my knuckles just softly kneading down all in my stomach from top. And then I got up, put my legs up like I'm doing a pap smear, prop one up on the bathtub, and I just started kneading in the top of my stomach, pushing down where it was looking tight up there. Because I like the way the rest of the body looked on the camera, but I'm like, I feel stuck in the middle. Why is it like I got a goddamn muffin top, like I eat a whole bunch of bread and shit, and I don't? Once I did that, and in that last video I did, you can see the top of the stomach smaller, but it's kind of poking out because I have to stop that. I have to remember, you got to re-control your muscles because your muscles got a memory. So I wear the band to make me remember. I sleep in it to make me remember. And it helps to pull a lot of that water down and pull my waist in. So I noticed when I got up, I was like, oh my God, I felt like I just lost 10 pounds. And I could twist my waist and move again. Let me get back on camera and see what that looks like. And it was water and waste. But I drink my oils and my castor oil every day to soften it. Like I'm drinking hot coffee now. I just took my castor oil. That's what I do every morning. I get up out of my sleep, stretch my body, start drinking cups of hot water. And then I give me some hot coffee. I do my castor oil so it can keep everything soft and lubed and easy to push down. Then about an hour or so, I'm going to do a green drink. That's how I live. But you're on my level? She couldn't be on my level because I can look at her. I can look at her and tell she doesn't live that way. She doesn't live the way I live. You are not on my level as far as honor and integrity and truth. You're not on my level as far as having substance abuse problems and not being able to stand on your own and take care of yourself, even though you work a 9 to 5 and I don't. I never fucking will. It would have to be a real big incentive and a really good person for me to work for them because I don't see myself as a worker. Well, somebody else determines your fate and determine how much you make and how much you don't make by giving you a goddamn paycheck, and they're going to always make more than you and make millions and giving you a fucking check. You're a sucker. And I'm not talking about everybody else. Because if I had to do it, I would do it. I'd be forced to do it because I hate it. Other people that work hard and save their money up and responsible to take care of their kids, pay their rent, got honor and integrity, show a good example as a woman for your kids, save your money, and then use it as a stepping stone to create multiple streams of income. And that's what I even told her. You need to read this book. You need to do this meditation, money meditation every day. You need to use this kind of counting, this kind of ritual. And you need to focus on if you want a job, because it's clear you don't. I could tell she didn't have the mindset to sit home like I do, and a lot of people do, and create circumstances and opportunities for yourself to make your own money and set your own business up. She didn't have the intestinal fortitude or the courage or the mentality and the focus. She doesn't have integrity. And I said, why don't you, what a lot of people do, if you're gonna work for somebody, why don't you do a remote job and work from home? That way you won't keep getting fired. You won't keep dealing with the drama of other women on the job, bosses. You said the white folks down here don't like you. Every time you work for a white person, they fire you. Now I see why. It's not because they white. It's because of how you are. She goes to a job, start gossiping, hanging with the women. Then it'll tell me the women are attacking her. The women don't like her. Get on that phone, be texting. Like she texted and threatened me all day in a medical institution. So I know she's a nurse, a licensed nurse. I saw a number where she's supposed to be a nurse. I'm a call her, see can I verify it and let y'all know. I don't really think she's a licensed nurse, because if you are, you're really making the professional look bad, and she's mentally and emotionally unstable. So she clearly, if she's a nurse, she has access to the drugs. She's using the drugs. And I said, why don't you look for other jobs or get more training so you can work remotely or deal with customer service or something. You are at home talking on a computer, and you don't even have to engage and interact with people. You just talk to them on the microphone, and you help them. If they call in to you assist, you don't have to deal with, no, I like the medical field. I see why you like it, because you can get the mileage, you can get the heroin, you can get the coke, the relatives, you can go in there and pinch off a little drugs and put some water back in the place of it. And you like the medical profession because you can have access to the drug because you're a junkie. I want her to sue me. I really would like her to take me, get her lawyer, like she said she was going to do yesterday. Get your lawyer. I'm making sure I'm real detailed so you can play him back the tape. I say the tape, bitch. Okay, I'm going to be real detailed like I am now. I want you to let your lawyer hear it. And I want you to sue me. Because you said if I keep talking on your family, you're going to beat my ass and you're going to sue me. I want you to do it. I'm not going to be vague here. I'm giving real specific details. Why? Because I know you cannot sue me for libel and slander and defamation of character for what I'm saying. Because when we get to court, and I'm going to have a lawyer too, we're going to subpoena your records. Okay? And everything I'm saying to y'all, you'll be able to verify it. And it's public. I looked it up. I found it. I paid for it last night. I started sending it to Mina and another person that's in the medical profession that could check these things and see if you're really a legal licensed nurse. Because if you are, and you have access to medication, because you stay in the medical field, you said that's where you want to stay, you always go into doctor's offices. The people that you worked for that fired you, I wonder now why they fired you. And they need to go back and investigate you. Once you take me to court and this becomes public, they need to be contacted, and they need to see if they gave you access to medication, or you're a sneaky, lying, dirty bitch. If you could sneak in there, or you can get the key behind their back and go in the pharmaceuticals in there, and then put the key back down. If you don't stole the manager key or the receptionist key and ease it back down, they can now go back and see was any medicine ever missing. When you were working there, and when you were on duty with somebody that had access, had keys and access to get it. This bitch, she is married to a sex offender that cannot, when he got out of jail in 2021, and she went to New Orleans to be with him, She could not even bring him back to Atlanta to be around her two sons. The probation officer will have to come up here if she's moving here and connect with the law enforcement up here while he's on out on parole or probation. They had to look at her house and they told her he could not stay in the house with her, her children, and her mama because he is a convicted and registered sex. He had to register as a sex offender. But me and you are on the same level. You're going to fix me and beat my ass and you're going to sue me. What I am saying, you can't sue me for because it is the truth. You married somebody in prison that you don't know, that you willing to have around your children. That's a sex offender. That a child of a certain age can't even sleep in the same house around him. Now maybe they need to get a certain age. A child, when the oldest son is 18, so maybe he can, but she got a 13-year-old, and she couldn't let him be in the house. So you know what she did? But we on the same level though. She's a dumb bitch and a weak bitch, weak for dick. Will buy and pay for dick. The married this nigga in prison she don't know. But I'm scared and dumb. I would never do that. Went to New Orleans in 2021 to be with him, left her children here with her mama. But we on the same level. You in vagina power, I'm in vagina power. Okay. Moved down there until she could figure out how to have this sex offender around her children or live in a separate place and let them stay with her mama. And her mama was basically sick of it. Huh? Was down there with him. He fucking other bitches. He's telling her, look, I need to fuck somebody else. You need to let me do this. He's doing drugs. So that means you did him in prison. He's heavy on drugs, on powder, on Molly. He with the other bitch whooping her ass down there. Fucking both of them. But me and you are on the same level. I want her to record everything I'm saying. And I want you to go to your lawyer, point me out, and let him listen to the audio right now that I'm giving because I want you to sue me, Shannon. Because what I'm saying is true. Since you keep on fucking with me, and I never told y'all this now. Y'all know I never told y'all this. I kept it to myself. But yesterday and all into the evening calling me names, telling me what she gonna do to me. Unlike you, I work a job. I said, and that's your problem, honey, because I don't need no job to pay my rent, bitch. That you don't keep. When I get off, I'll be over there, bitch. And then came on my page last night trying to talk to people and calling me names and mentally ill and crazy. But see, no, I'm not mentally ill at all. I'm very stable because I'm not like you. I never have been. I never will be. I never snorted cocaine. I never took Molly. I never took cocaine or heroin derivative. You're an opioid junkie. I've never done drugs. I've never been an opioid junkie. You're addicted to opioids. That's why you always in the doctor's office working. And then you slur and shit. You can't keep yourself together. And that's probably why you look like Sammy the Seal. That's why you built up like Baby Huey. But then said that it was my fault. You was fat when I met you like in 2019. Now you done got about 3 or 4 times goddamn bigger. And it's not hard fat. But I'm like you though. Okay. It's not like hard fat. It's real soft, pudgy, fluffy, slanging around and this fat lay over her navel, lay over her kneecaps, and lay over her damn ankles. That's it. Just lay down like a flop around, just like hoo-hoo, the Pillsbury goddamn it doughboy. That dough, you open it up or you mix you some dough up in a bowl and you start like mashing it and molding it around. It's fluffy and laid all over and you don't catch it. It'll spread around. God damn. She gets out the car after I danced the other day and I knew then I said, I got to leave this bitch alone because something's wrong with this bitch. and y'all putting comments in there, and she reading all the comments, and she's sneaking, listening to my show, acting like she's not listening to the show, and then a comment with this person said this and this person said that, and I heard the show. I don't give a fuck what you hear at this point. You want to initiate the lawsuit? Call your lawyer today. I'm giving you a lot again. Especially since I'm making it all up. Now, that's the way you can get me. Lying, libel, slander, defamation of character. You can't get me for what I'm saying unless you can prove I'm lying, and I'm not lying. Your husband's in prison. Your husband is a registered. Your husband is a convicted sex offender. You married him. That tells you what kind of judgment that she has. So desperate for a nigga. A lot of these women are marrying niggas in prison. I have no problem with that if it's really an upstanding ass man that's trying to get his life together. Yours got out 2021, had opportunity to start over, then got new charges, fucking you, fucking another bitch, told you he gonna fuck both of y'all, and you gonna like it because you won't give him a baby, and he ain't never been out, ain't never had no baby. So, and he asked you to wait till you get out, and I asked you to do it. You wouldn't listen. I said, Shannon, you're gonna have problems out of him because this man is young. He never dated. He never had children. He never had his first child seen being born. None of that. And he's asking you to give him a child. Shannon's older than him, like 10 years older than him. So he wants a child. He's 38 years old, around 35, 38 years old. And I see you to give that man one child because if you don't, it's natural for him to want a child. He's gonna get another woman, a young woman that can have children, or maybe one in their 40s is still fertile, willing to do it, and you're gonna have a problem because you won't give him the child. She was lying to him like she gonna get this man a child, and then got all her shit took out. So now she came and I said, you need to wait till he get home and then have the child. If you want to get a hysterectomy, whatever, do it then because your fibroids, instead of you just getting the fibroids out, you let them do that. I said, don't let them do that because this man is going to cheat on you, and that's natural for him to cheat on you. You need to have a younger woman around because you don't want to have the babies, and if he still want to be with you, he had told her, I'm going to be with both of y'all because you wouldn't wait and give me my child. I said, Shannon, you deserve what you get because I asked you. I told you the man want a baby. And when I was talking to him like a month or so ago, we was on the three-way. I said what I just told y'all. He did not disagree. He listened. He said, that's right. I want a child. I don't have any children. And she told me she was going to do it. And then she didn't do it. And he said, yeah, that's why I want to have somebody else and have somebody younger. And she knew I was fucking the girl. The boy told her. They both, the girl calling her, she trying to be friends with Shannon. Shannon don't want to be friends with her because we didn't agree to this at first. I said, but you didn't agree to not give the child, that man, no baby. You wouldn't even tell that man that shit. He been locked up all his life, and now he gonna get out and he gonna experience things he never experienced. He's young in the mind. He's immature. This man need to go through therapy. He got PTSD. Everybody be in prison deal with PTSD. They deal with a lot of trauma. That man been in there since he was a teenager. He's 38 years old. He's never had a family. He's never dated. He never went to college. He never graduated from high school. This man has a lot of issues. And I'm trying to tell her that she didn't listen. He gets out in 2021. She disrespected me then. I had me do work for her. He got out, and then she acted like she didn't know me and started saying real slick, disrespectful shit out of the mouth. I said, you're going to regret it. What you're doing to me and how I helped you. I said, he going to get into something else because you're a dirty bitch. And that's what he did. She down there laying up with him. I ain't took him to get no HIV test or nothing, no gonorrhea, nothing. She know she met with me. He met with men and nothing in there. She putting her mouth on this thing raw. Come and fucking him. This nigga is down there on that shit. Fucking another bitch. The bitch done bought him a new truck and he didn't even get no driver license and get it registered. She's spoiling him. She got a younger woman that's got expendable cash spoiling him and fucking him and telling her we can shan. She want me to destroy this woman. I'm like, why would I destroy this woman when you were warned? And you always ask me my opinion, then you don't fucking listen. And the man is doing exactly what I tell you. I said, I don't blame him. That's natural for him to do. And he's telling you the truth about it. Can we share? You can be my older woman. I could have this younger woman. And she can do the things you won't do. You do the thing. You take care of me. She paid all his legal bills. Take care of him. Now she done ran through her money and he lost the state cases. Now he's up against the federal cases. And she can't afford to pay a federal judge. Now, these are things that are not based on racism. These are things he brought on himself because he was out in 2001. He doing this shit. I'm telling you, this nigga driving on the Molly and on the motherfucking powder. Got stopped by the police, didn't have a driver's license, didn't register the vehicle that this young woman done bought for him. He gets arrested. And he gets out. Then he whoops this younger woman ass. Beat her all in the head, beat her all in the face. This nigga high. Okay. Thank you, baby, for putting my cash up. See, I didn't want to tell y'all, but I'm the one that has the mental problem. And she's on the phone all day while she up here trying to slick say stuff about me, and I blocked her. I said, say it on your own page. You're really stupid. You're a grown woman that you say, I fear. But you won't, and you're talking about me and saying, I did something to you and I'm a liar. I'm lying about everything. I have a mental problem. But you should come out in public and tell it. Explain everything I did to you, all the crazy things I did to you, all the mental problems that I did to you, while she's undercover threatening me from her job yesterday, saying what she gonna come over here and do when she clock out. And y'all don't know she's the one that's really crazy and got a mental issue and a compulsive liar, and she's a junkie. A goddamn junkie. High and shit, fat and shit, stomach about 3 or 4. It was about 5. When I counted, it was about 5 or 6 stomach calls. When she was taping me a couple weeks ago, she gets out of the car when her son is taping me. I didn't know what it was about. Her son looked at her and turned his head the other way. He said, why don't you go back in the car and stay like grown people being we were talking? And I didn't understand. It was like out of nowhere, but I know it wasn't out of nowhere. But it had nothing to do with us dancing for the spirits and taping. When we finished taping, she deliberately came when it was dark. Like when it was too dark to tape, I said, fuck it, I'll dance for the spirits, turn the headlights on. And I love the effect of it. And y'all love the effect of it. We had no light. She did it on purpose. When she came over last week. Okay, so we finished taking, we're taking a break, and her son is like, Alexis, I really got some good ideas. And me and him was thinking the same way. And I like working with him because he's sweet. And he real talented and very creative. And me and him was thinking the same things. And I didn't tell him. He didn't tell me. He said, I was thinking you get in the foyer under the light and you spin and you like do your hands and make symbols like you're voguing. And you dance with your shadow on the wall. And I'm like, wow, you read my mind. I was going to tell you to do that. So I liked working with her son. She clearly must have not really liked it because she gets out of the car, walks up to me and her son, said, give me your hand. She got the little outfits that you see the doctor, when they're working at the front desk, or aides for the doctor, or take you to your room, the little pants matching with the flower top and shit you see them wearing in the doctor's office. But she didn't have medical scrubs on, and she didn't have a nurse's uniform on. So I don't know if she's really a licensed nurse, but she's saying that she is. I have proof that she's saying that she is. I found it last night. And she got different aliases and different last names, and her first name spelled a different way because she's been arrested in Atlanta and DeKalb County and Louisiana. Okay. So I'm giving all the tea, because I'm a liar. So she can record it. I'm not going to erase this video. I'm not taking it down. So she can have her people's, her lawyer team, subpoena me for all these lies I'm telling. Okay. She got out of the car and told me to give her my hand. I stuck my hand out. I felt it and I never felt it before. She put my hand on her side and said, feel up here. She went up high up on her rib cage and said, this looked like where my waist is. Then took my hand and moved it down lower. But see, this is really where my real waist is. See, I'm going to go and get a BBL, but I'm going to get the cool sculpting kind so they can take all this meat I'm around. And I'm talking about, man, it was about 4 or 5 rolls, like 4 or 5 hunks of fluffy meat. I'm talking about, I put my hand right there. I got a handful of it. And when I look down, there was about 5 more handfuls go all the way down. And the thing about it is, it wrapped around her whole waist like the Michelin Man. Like if you see the way that Michelin Man shaped up on that tire commercial, is shaped up like about 4 or 5, like Abdullah the Butcher. That's a good one. If you look up, Google right now, the wrestler. He used to be a popular wrestler when I growed up called Abdullah the Butcher. We got a little pea head, shaved off head, kind of got some titties, like, but in the middle of his body, like, whoa, just like Black Rob. I looked at Ella's stomach, grabbed it, like, whoa. I'm talking about, like, whoa, whoa. Like it's wrapped round, all the way around her side. First, it's in the front, okay? That's long, real goddamn it long, and about 3 or 4 levels in the front of it, front of her stomach that hang down over her pussy, and as she's standing there, it's leaning forward. If she, I hate to see what it like when the pants come off, because with the pants on, you can still see it was leaning down. I don't know if she had some support panties or some pantyhose up under there to kind of hold it up a little bit, but you could tell that when she take her clothes off and pull her drawers down, it's just down like whoa, like it's not firm, solid fat. It's that real soft, pudgy pizza dough. Pizza, like Little Caesar, that's hang down and just swoop around her damn leg and hang over, lay over the kneecap and the little ankle like that, like hang over a toe bone and stuff, over a big toe, little toe. It's long, and then around the side of it, it's just one continuous roll of fat, levels of it, and then you go around the back of it, it's back there. Go all the way up her back, hunks of meat, hunks of rolls of fat that come all the way down around her hip, just long. And she telling me to grab this and you see that and see, and I be home now. Since I've been filming you dance, I be home. I be turning on, the music with the beat, and I be dancing now. I dance in the house. My son see me. Her son turn his back on her and start looking at the goddamn wall. That's looking up and out in the air. And I'm just like, why? Why is she doing this? Because I never said nothing about her weight. I never said, I just said, Shannon, you need to take better care of yourself. Um, but we never said anything during the dancing. Me and her son is up there politicking and coming up what we creating about our new scenes and stuff. And then and then he said after she did it, he looked and he turned off like he was just as confused as me. Because we over there laughing, we having fun, we dancing, we filming, and I didn't understand. Like I don't know who said something to her, or somebody made her feel bad, or she just doing it to herself. You're gonna get up and come over there and see this is she grabbed. You see this right here? See, this is not supposed to be here. See, I'm gonna get all this took off. I done already had my cool sculpting apartment. They gonna do the BBL, but with cool sculpting, it's not like one and done. You got to get a series of them, and then you have to have a certain amount of weight. So they won't do it on her right now because they told her she had to lose weight before they do the cool sculpting. And I asked her, well, how much do you have to lose? She wouldn't goddamn it answer. And so her son said, go back and sit in the car. You see grown people's talking. We handle business over here and go turn this next song on. We was trying to tape because it was getting late. And she owned that. And so then she gets in the car and he keeps saying, Mama, turn the song on. I said, yeah, turn the song on so we can go and get over. She had like she didn't hear and wouldn't turn the song on. And that's why, like, when you see that other part of it, when I come outside with the other part where I'm dancing last week and I come outside and all of a sudden the music stopped, she started turning the music off and I didn't know why and he didn't know why. And he's like, Mama, why you turn the music off? Why don't you turn the music on? We kept asking, yeah, turn it on, Shan, turn it on. And she act like she didn't hear us. And when turn it on, he had to walk to the car. Mom, would you please turn the music back on so that we can do the scene that I just practiced with Miss Alexis and we can get this done. I want to do this new scene. I just told we was over there choreographing the scene. She started doing shit like that. I ain't tell y'all, but in my mind, I had told Mina, and I kept my assistant. I kept to myself. I said, you know what? I think I need to leave this motherfucker alone because it's something in her head or something somebody done said or something going on. And I saw how she started doing me. And then in between, I said, I'm gonna get my own. Then she was standing me up in line and wouldn't show. I'm getting dressed. I don't put my makeup on. I'm getting my wig. I'm coordinate my outfit the way Nipsey tell me he want me to wear it. And then right in the middle of it, I'm not coming. I said, Shannon, I'm almost finished getting dressed. Yeah, but I was getting off the exit to your house, and all of a sudden, I started losing consciousness, and I got so dizzy, I almost passed out in traffic. So I had to pull over, and I had to call my mama, and my mama had to come get me because I could not drive, and I just started shaking, and I couldn't see, and my vision, I'm so dizzy. They had to pick me up and have somebody come get the car. So I'm not coming. Or then, what, a couple weeks ago, oh, I said I was coming, but my mama's sewing weed in my head, and uh, she needs my support because she's crying about my grandmother, and I have to emotionally support her. So I changed my mind, and I said, but you said you'd be here at 5, and it's 4:45, and I'm almost dressed again, and you would do this. She was doing stuff like that to me that I didn't tell y'all. And she did it to me a lot of different times about food, everything. Oh yeah, the food outside the door. I just had Instacart drop it off. I go out and open the door. There's nothing there. She's done it to me before. Oh, well, it was the fee for the Instacart. It was too high. And I said, so instead of you telling me that you weren't going to send it or there was a problem with the fee, you had me keep going, looking outside all day, telling me it's coming, and she knew that it wasn't. Like, she's done a lot of little dirty shit like that. And then sometimes she come all the way through. But the past 4 5 months, she hasn't sent any food, any candles. I do it out of my own pocket. And then said about the grandmother. The grandmother told me she was a junkie. See, this was stuff I wasn't gonna tell y'all. See, the grandmother really didn't do a lot of talking. The grandmother's not really deep and into politics and shit like that. Even though people open their mind or they see more like Nipsey, which he was already political and about his community and his people, and he talked about these things, and then it got more expanded. He could see everything. So does my father. Her grandmother's not really bright like that. And that's not the kind of thing her grandmother was saying. So I was really tired of calling her grandmother because I said, Shannon, and I told her directly, I said, I don't think either your grandmother does not like me, or she's really doesn't want to talk to me. She's not interested, or she really has nothing to say. So maybe you need to find another medium to speak to your grandmother and give you messages, because she's not really saying anything interesting or deep to me. It's like she's not talking other than move my boxes out the front door and not have the clutter. I wasn't interested in that shit because she wasn't really saying anything to benefit me, to benefit y'all, or to benefit her. Now I see why the grandmother did that. Because the grandmother really didn't want me to tell her granddaughter Shannon what a loser and a disappointment that she thought she was. And she claimed, I love my grandmother. I took care of my grandmother. I told her like 3 years ago her grandmother was dying. She said her grandmother had COVID. Her grandmother had Parkinson's. Parkinson's will also affect you like dementia or Alzheimer's. The person can't control their bowels. They can't control their thinking. They can't control their memory. And see, this is what the grandmother brought up to me last night and this morning. I told Shannon to get with her mother and to take her grandmother, instead of getting them all the meds, so to give her grandmother all these meds that were not working, to get a juicer first of all, clean her out from worms, clean out all her organs in her body, get fresh vegetables from the farmer's market and start to juice. Oh, my uncle's coming over and doing it. I said, no, you're supposed to do it because you live in a house with your grandmother. You and your mother live in a house with her. You claim you love your grandmother so much and you don't want your grandmother to die. That's with COVID or anything else. Her body will improve if you clean the worms out, you clean all of her organs out, and you put her on a raw diet of living greens and wheatgrasses. And you ask the doctors, okay, so I don't see why to hurt her. And in between, you have her whatever soft cooked foods that she likes. You need to take her to get IV therapy where she could get glutathione and a mixed vegetable, a vitamin cocktail to heal the immune system and help to heal the central nervous system and the brain. There are places in Atlanta that will do it, and you can get her this therapy once a week. You work, your mama work, She gets insurance. Insurance won't cover it, but because it's not a drug. I said, but you claim you love her so much you don't want her to die. This will help to slow down the Parkinson's as well as with the greens. You need to have somebody massage and exercise her body so she will not, her muscles will not atrophy in the hips and legs, and she can still have them moved. The insurance would have covered that. The grandmother told me she didn't do it. And then she gonna tell me her mama didn't have the money to afford it. But y'all had the money to do everything else. You had the money to pay all these legal bills for this nigga who keep getting locked up like he did in 2021, who keep doing dumb shit. You put money on his books. You paid for all these lawyers. Now you can't pay for a federal lawyer. And he has a federal case, a major case for shit he did and beating that girl upside the head. And then wanted the girl to retract it. She wanted the girl to take back. He didn't do that. He didn't say that. He's still been talking to her and getting money from her. And then she get mad when the younger woman give him money, but she don't have it. But you can come up with money for that, to pay his legal fees, keep money on his books to feed him. But you say you love your grandmother. She's been better to you than your own mother your whole life. And I'm telling you to help save her life and detoxify her blood and help to regenerate her neurological system and our spinal cord and our brain, and you're saying you can't afford to do that for your grandmother, but you're so in love with your grandmother, and the grandmother told me you didn't do it because you didn't want to do it, and you're gossiping and you're lying and you on the phone and keeping up shit with other people, and she said you're a junkie. Your grandmother said you're a junkie and a drug addict. Now, a couple of days ago, if Shannon would tell you the truth, I got on the phone and I told her what I'm telling you. I said, your grandmother is worried about you because she said she's afraid you might OD or have medical problems. She's a lot of medical problems. Always sick. But I'm scared of her. Okay. Always in and out of urgent care, in and out the hospital. Now I understand why. Oh, she got a cold. Oh, she got pneumonia in one lung. Oh, she got the flu. Oh, she got a migraine. Oh, she got anxiety, and she got meds for all of it. This bitch is on Xanax. This bitch is on Perk, Molly. I'm saying it so she can tape it and sue me. Okay? On all this shit. And she been on it since she was young. Getting them from doctors and shit. Now she can't get them all because some of these doctors, the feds accuse them of being pill meal. So now you buying the shit hot. Huh? Buying the shit. And I believe that's why, because I asked one of my doctor's friends why she be getting sick all the time. Because you are going through withdrawal, because you can't get that shit from them doctors down here no more. So you got to taper down and get what you can get hot. But I got 12 or 13 personalities, and I'm a big liar, and I'm crazy. And you talking to a fool and everybody else, I don't give a fuck who you talk to. Why don't you tell everybody this? Why don't you tell? You didn't save your grandmother, but now you whining and crying about her because you didn't want to spend the money to go get the therapy for your grandma. But I told you didn't get your stinking ass up every day and juice vegetables and greens for your grandmama. You didn't massage your grandmama. You didn't get no therapist that the insurance would have paid for at the house because the nurse was coming to the house and they brought a bed in the house. But you got the money to pay for this nigga who's a sex offender and a junkie just like you, and a liar and a whore just like you. But you so hurt and you watched your grandmother lay there. Because you sent me the video, bitch. You watched your grandmother lay there and talk in and out of her head and die slow. You watched her die. All of y'all watched her die. I'm not talking about her children because they don't know no better. They have no control, and they agonized over watching her die. But you wouldn't tell your children, and you say your mama loved her mama so much, but y'all could have went half on the therapy. Because the therapist like what, $500 a week for a treatment. You could have did 250. Your mama could have did 250. Since y'all love her so much and you don't want your grandmother to die, and I begged her, Shannon, take your grandmother to get the IV therapy or pay the nurse, see if they will bring it to the house, because this will stop your grandmother from being sick and deteriorating and stop her from dying, and to give her more time. And you do the juicing when you get home, or you juice it at night and have somebody give it to your son since he don't work or go to school. Have them give it to her during the day. She would not do it, but I met my match. You're my match. You're on my level. You're going to show me that I fuck with the wrong one, and you the wrong one to play with, and you got somebody to play with you. I got somebody now to play with me on my level. Your level is so low and so disgusting in comparison to mine. Now, it'll be 2 years. I just lost my grandmother in December, but nobody asked me how I'm doing with that. She never gave a fuck about me or that. Well, I come over there and I still be sick. I said, yeah, and I'm dealing with illness too. But do I let it stop me? Do I take drugs for my pain? Do I sit over here and whine and complain to everybody? I get up and I cook and I clean up and I set my altars up and I shake my ass. Because I don't want to think about the bullshit, and I don't want to be negative, and it makes my body feel better. And it makes me feel good. I don't sit in the negative, and I don't buy drugs, bitch. And I don't go to doctors and beg them to give me pain meds and tell lies and harass other women and pretend I like them and set them up and shit. You're not on my level. Because the type of person I am, the only time I've had pain meds or use narcotics and opioids and shit is when I had to go have surgery. And when the doctors gave it to me when I'm on the table, or to put me to sleep or deal with the pain. And you know what usually I do? I got prescription bottles upstairs for pain medicines from 2005 and 2006 where I never took them. When I've had surgery, I come home, I already have my juicer. I already have my food juiced out for me. I don't even eat solid food. If I had surgery, I'm doing green drinks because it regenerates me faster. I'm taking out my supplements, get out the inflammation, because scars heal better when you don't have inflammation in them and heat and tenderness in them. I'm juicing. Even if the doctor said don't move, I would still fucking move the best I can and walk up and down the steps. I don't have no nurse come to my house. And if I had something like a BBL, of course, I would be in a treatment center with a nurse. I wouldn't come home with something like that. But other things I've had done and C-sections and shit, I'm right up after the C-section. And I was butchered, had a hole in my stomach for the first 12 years. As I had my son, all them holes and hernias and guts thrown around. I survived that, and I never took any pain meds. Because my mind is just strong like that. But me and you are on the same level. Other than a prescription medication for pain, and you need it, I know I could never endure surgery without pain meds or being sedated. Other than that, I've never, ever been a recreational drug user or got somebody else's pain meds and bought them out hot off the street. But me and you are on the same level. And you're going to show me that I met my match. You could never be my match. You naturally are not born to be predisposed to have a lot of honor and integrity and be an upright woman in your decisions and stand in vagina power. I don't even coddle my son no more. I don't even send him shit. Because I'm tired of dealing with the situation. So like I told him, if you want to be there, I'm not going to ride with you. I'm not going to be a ride or die no more, because you only want me to do stuff for you when you need something. But when you're out and when you with my mother, you with my half sister, y'all snorting coke, y'all popping the molly, y'all driving high, you think it's funny with these older women that's supposed to be your relatives, my own fucking birth mama. You getting high with them, and then when you get locked up, it's dumped on me. I'm not carrying your sins no more. Now, if he hungry and I see tell me they fucking with him in there, or somebody, the guards give me a hard time, or you being abused or something, I'm going to get in it. because I don't want to hear my child dead in there. I don't want that. But it's a lot of things I pull back on. I'm not going to make you comfortable in a situation I didn't put you in. I never was about that life. I never wanted that for you. That's what you wanted to do. You let my family members that don't like me, jealous of me, you hanging with them and said you like them more than me. They more cooler than you because they let me get high with them. Oh my God. You actually, as a grown man, looking back, and I asked him, because I can tell my own business too. I said, you really look back now as a grown man, and one day you're going to have children, and I hope they do to you what you did to me. You're really telling me that now you see the situation you in and they know we're around. You really think they would be a better mother figures to you than I was because these are your blood relatives, your own fucking grandmother, my own mother, my own half sister. We don't have the same father. They are sitting there. You a child. You a teenager. And they are giving you coke and alcohol behind my back, and you wouldn't tell me. He didn't tell me until he got arrested, 2015. I didn't want to tell you because I thought it was cool and it was fun. Like, wow, my grandmama, I get high with my grandmama, I get high with my auntie, and this is cool. And my mother ain't like them. I wish they was my mama because they do. And I was like, and somebody's polluting and poisoning your body, doing what they can to mentally, emotionally, and psychologically and physiologically change the chemistry of your body until you become addicted to drugs so that you can't function in school. I said, that's why you was like that in high school, skipping school. I now know what you was doing, and you getting this from grown people. You were skipping school behind my back. You telling me you leaving for school. I find out from the school you deviating, you going another way. And you always like to hang with my grandmother, my mother, and hang at my grandmother's house because this was going on at my grandmother's house. And I'm just like, and you, so I wanted you to graduate school. I wanted to see you. I would spend, instead of spending $10,000 on a lawyer, I said I would rather spend $10,000. I would have got 2 or 3 jobs. And I hate working for somebody. I would have got jobs and gave you $10,000 at a time. I would have scraped that money up. I would have hustled that money up. And I'd rather have given it to you, not because I'm paying for a criminal attorney, but because I'm seeing you at Morehouse, I'm seeing you at Yale, I'm seeing you at Harvard. I would give all of that to see you do that for your mother. You don't have to take care of me. You don't have to pay my bills, but I would do that for you. That's what I rather spend my money on. That's what I wanted to see. But I'm not a cool mother. I'm not a good mother. These bitches are good that got you doing this, that basically turned you into a fucking junkie and turned your whole life around to make it so that you will never be able to accomplish great things in life unless you were strong enough to get off that shit and turn your own life around and start over. You really think that that was better than me? He said, I mean, yeah, at the time, Mom, I did think that. I mean, now that I'm older and I see situation and I look back at it, I realized that was stupid. And why would an adult, my own grandmother, do that to me? My half sister, he said, Mama, they would talk about you to me all the time. I knew they was jealous of you and they was doing it. I said, you think they was your friend? They was doing it to hurt me because they know it would keep me in financial jams. And this is to the point now, knowing I had no education, but I still had to struggle to get that money. My mother thought it was amusing. Then she'll come around me and say shit like, see, you see this, he keep going in and out of here because he's slick doing that drug and he's snorting and he need to get off that shit and I'm tired of him. And my mother's in my face, wow, knowing that she was setting it up and knowing she was giving it to him. And she's, oh, come on, let's go down here and visit him. Down in the jail, visiting him with me, putting $20 and $30 on his book. And I said, what? That ain't no money. You know, this is very expensive in here. It's basically a slave ship, you know, and basically keep you in debt and bondage and the phones and the percentages and the money on the phone and the commissary. And then you got to get lawyers. I said, this is just like a money meal. Then they get addicted and all kinds of shit. They got it right there for them to keep them caught in the cycle. not knowing this bitch is sitting here doing it. And then I'm saying I need a lawyer. The lawyer, and she sat down with me, her and her husband. He said I need $10,000 because your son had got into this shit, and I see he as like a habitual offender and violent and whoop folks' ass and break people's jaws and all this stuff going on. So she sits right there and looks at me and looks at the lawyer. She nudges her husband. Her husband said, "I don't have it," and she said, "I don't have it either." I said, "That's okay. I'll get it for you. Don't worry about it." And it's like now I know it's just chilling to me. It's chilling and it's heartbreaking to me to know that my mother did that and then sat there with me, acted like she is so hurt and concerned that her grandchild is caught up like this and her grandchild won't listen to nobody, and you're doing it behind my back, and then to leave him hanging and leave me stuck with all the bills and all the lawyer fees, and he's jammed up. I understand now what happened. And that's why I finally told my son, I said, I'm not going to support you in this madness. Now, this is clearly where you like to go stay. You like club fed, you like state fed and all that shit. So I don't want to be your friend, and I don't want to be your mama because you never wanted me to be your mama. So I tried. You didn't like the type of mother. You don't like the woman that I am. We don't, you don't want it. You push me away, you reject me. You like everybody that's like my mother, and Shannon reminds me of my mother, a junkie that pretend to be something that you're not. And like you love me and care about me, but you don't. And I finally got the courage, and I finally realized I'm not responsible. I don't owe you nothing. You're not a child. You're a grown man. I don't have to keep riding like this with you. Knowing that you get out and you do the same thing like Shannon's husband's doing. I say, he reminds me of my son. And you want to stay married to him, and you want to stay in debt, paying for lawyers for him, paying for him to be represented. Then he get out. He was free and clear. Then do some more shit and go back in and fucking other bitches and own dope like you own dope. Y'all both is junkies together. I said, then you stay with it, but this is not going to change. You're going to keep getting what you get. And I have to speak for myself. I don't really care who know my motherfucking business. I mean, it's not a secret. People wanted to tell my business. They want everybody to know anyway. So I don't give a fuck. It is what the fuck it is. And that's one thing. That's why me and her are not alike. You are not on my level. I have not met my match. Because I will not even participate in my son's demise with him no more. You on your own. Other than eating, having you some food, having you clothes, or them not disrespecting you and letting you do your time in peace. I'm going to get in that. Other than that, pet you, take all them goddamn calls, get another attorney for you. Baby, mama not getting no attorney for you. Because how many years have we done this? How many attorneys have I gotten for you? And then you give me your ass to kiss and you get out and you fuck me again. So with my own child, it's certain things I'm no longer going to do. And I said, I never bought me nothing nice. I never fulfilled my dreams. I'm finna finally fulfill my dream. I'm finna get up here and dance. And I bought me an outfit, and y'all gave me some money to give me an outfit and dance and stuff. That's the first time that I've ever done something for myself, because I sit here and take out my money and I'm like, okay, well, I need to go to the doctor. And in the past, I would say, no, I'm going to give my son this money, and I'm going to pay for this video for him because I think I can keep him out of jail. And that's the video you seen with me, him doing arrogant. And I'm in the studio, I'm spending all my money, and I was sick as hell. In 2013, 2014, I was dealing with being poisoned by D Health Store. I could barely walk, I could barely talk. I'm trying to show my child I love him. I believe in him. Don't nobody else believe in you. This is a hard game. It's a difficult game. I believe in you. Just look at me and promise me that you're not on coke. You're not on pills. He said, Mama, I swear to you. I swear to you, I'm not doing the powder no more. I'm not on the Molly. I spent all this money that I should have went and got my health fixed back then, and find out you are doing it with my mother and my aunt, your aunt, my half sister, and you're up there on that video with that shit in your damn nose right then, lying to your mother, looking at me, Mama, I swear, Mama, I promise. And then my mother said something about it. And then one of the girls he was fucking that was in the video said something about it. I'm embarrassed as hell and I'm heartbroken. And I said, why? You look me dead in my face. See, again, I can tell on myself. I'm not worried about her telling my business, which she didn't know all that, but I don't care. I'm not a scary bitch like that. I ain't built like that. She said we're like that. No, we're not like you because you're not. I'm telling on you what I know, bitch. But I'm also telling on my own motherfucking self. But what I don't have to tell, which I want you to prove, I invite anybody to prove it. I invite my son to prove it. I ain't like you. I've never snorted powder. I never snorted heroin. I never snorted meth. I never shot heroin. I never shot meth. I never smoked crack. None of it. Now what my child do with his relatives, my mom and all that, and his cousins, that's on him. But he'll never be able to look me in my face before I die. And he has never said it to me. Mama, you can't talk about me because you the one was doing it with me and my grandmama and my aunt, and you got me on it and I seen you do it. My son has never said that. Nobody's ever told me he said that. And he never will say that. Because I'm not built like that. I have a real strong constitution. I have walked around cut open. Fresh out of surgery. Staples in my motherfucking stomach, hip to hip. With like the fluid leaking out of my motherfucking cut. And took no pain med. I took none and I had the pain med prescription. I walked around my house. I juiced me something to drink. I'm hard biting this bitch. Shannon can't say that. My mother can't say that. My sister can't say that. They get high for pleasure. And when they've had surgery, they're on the meds. Shannon, you're not built like me, bitch. You're not on my level. You're not on my level. I ain't built like that. I'm hardcore with it. I don't care how I physically look to you. I'm not scared of you. I'm not a weak bitch. I'm not a soft bitch. I ain't a junkie bitch. When things get difficult for me, I don't go take something or sniff up my nose. See, that's why you have a lot of colds and sinus problem in your nose. Your sinus fucked up. Head fucked up. Body fucked up. But now I have met my match. Why don't you tell Queen Afua, and which I'm sure they'll like you because you're so twisted and you have no integrity. You'll do anything and say anything and you'd want to set me up. Why don't you tell her? Why don't you tell everybody? Since I like to lie on you, you finna sue me because I'm telling all these lies this morning. Why don't you tell everybody how you want to give your nigga some money so bad down there in New Orleans because you didn't want him to go to Texas and be with his relatives, that you got locked up for writing out fake doctor prescription, then went in the goddamn pharmacy. But you know I'm a liar though. Went in the fucking pharmacy. Yes, Eric, I tell her myself. Because everybody else want to do it and find shit on me. You can't find shit on me, so you find shit on my son and other people. You try to hurt me with what my son do, but that's not what I do. It's not the same. Yeah, you can try to embarrass me and make me feel bad because of what my son did, but you can't. You can pay for background checks on me. You can get all this shit on me, but one thing you won't find no criminal arrest for me and no criminal time for me and no locked up for no drugs and find out that I'm a junkie and that I got caught with them in the car or that I'm driving DUI, or that I drive without a license or suspended license. That ain't never happened to me. But it happened to Shannon though. She was down there in New Orleans, done went in there and stole that doctor notepad down there. Stole that doctor prescription pad and wrote a fake prescription, filled it and selling dope. I mean, and of course they're gonna find out. Found out, she gets arrested. She in jail down there. And then they let her come back to Atlanta. She had to get a lawyer. I don't know if she's a snitch. I don't know what she did, but she got off. They plea bargained it down. Then I see here she done got locked up in Atlanta. It's starting shit with somebody. She got a lot of like eviction and getting stopped for DUI and suspended license, and then this 2021, 2021, she writing them stody Dr. Notepad. I see, and then in Atlanta, I see it here. She done got arrested in Atlanta for stealing Dr. Notepad. See, now I see why she only want to work in a doctor office. uh Working, busting, what she called it, busting scripts, Lisa. Up here done did it up here like several times. Between 2020, so this recent, man, 2021, 2022, got locked up out in DeKalb County or somewhere in Atlanta, Now, see, when she take me to court, all I'm asked to do is just show that you didn't do it, and show that you did not get arrested in New Orleans for stealing that Dr. Notepad down there, and that you never got arrested in Atlanta for stealing a doctor's prescription pad, writing out what you wanted to write out, and signing that goddamn doctor's signature on there, and then them feds picked up on it, and you got caught. They said she was trying to procure a controlled substance under fraudulent means. So that means you writing prescription pretending that the doctor gave you the permission or that you are the doctor. But me and you are on the same level. I have met my match. We just alike. You finna show me who I'm fucking with, and then I'm fucking with the wrong one. I believe you because you're delusional, and junkies will do anything. They have no feelings for nobody but themselves. So you would try to do something violent to me or hurt me, which is fine. I'm right here. I'm not running. But I'm letting this be known in public before we get into a physical altercation, because she wants to do that real bad to me. She keeps texting me saying she wants to do that. Junkies, you can't put nothing past them. She's delusional. She's superwoman. She's superhuman. She's a bodybuilder. And I'm scared of her because she's so strong and muscular. And I'll whoop my ass. Say, yeah, ho. I'll meet you at the sign, bitch. I ain't knocking on your door. I'm that stop sign up there. You come out. I'll see you when I check out, ho. She's doing this yesterday. But this bitch is a full-fledged junkie, and I now I see you. She clearly has a problem getting all of her meds for whatever reason, and she has done this in Atlanta. At least this is what I'm saying. It's seeing a couple of times. She's been arrested since 2020. If it wasn't 2020, I gotta go back and look back. It's 2021. You are doing that in Georgia, and you were arrested for it, and you are doing it in New Orleans because she's a drug dealer and a drug addict, man. She must have got hard up and really needed some dope and couldn't get what she wanted. So you in there, yeah. And talking about me and the bad stuff gonna happen to me. No, ain't no bad stuff gonna happen to me because I was a good friend to you. And I never told people this stuff I'm telling now. And I wasn't going to get in it, but you wouldn't leave me alone. And you're coming on my page trying to turn my fans against me. And now I want her to address it. I want her to go on her YouTube or her Instagram, wherever she go, because you're not going to do it on my page. You got your social media pages. I want you to address everything I said. And I want you to tell everybody I'm lying. And I want you to tell everybody why I'm lying. I want you to pull your own criminal arrest record. And you can look up mine and pull mine. I can't stop y'all from doing that. Ain't no, all the stuff y'all got on me was my name, my age, and people want to make a big deal about my age and my birthday. But nobody to this day has come out with any criminal records or drug records or any forgery. She got charged for forgery, forging signatures and trying to buy controlled federal substances under fraudulent pretenses. 2 times I'm seeing, 2 different times between 2020, 2021, 2022. I haven't seen anything for this year because clearly she's more sneaky with it, but I saw it. Plus, she told me. I said, Shannon, where have you been? I haven't heard from you in a few weeks. She said, I've been in jail. I said, what? See, that's why I'm not worried about her suing me. I was in jail. Girl, I was down in New Orleans busting scripts for this nigga because this nigga needed some money and they caught me. I said, but you knew they would catch you anyway. And then I hadn't heard from her here. She told me I got locked up here. I went to jail. I said, for what? Because I had wrote a fake prescription. I put the doctor name and stuff. See, this is what I know that y'all didn't know that I was never going to tell. If she had left me alone, but she kept on and calling and screaming and people hearing her do it and threatening me. And then she did it all yesterday evening. While you at your job, I bet them white folks don't know that you're on that job texting and threatening people from their doctor's office. I have the text. We wasn't on the phone. It's not he say, she say. I have the text message of what she said. This lady is not too bright. And clearly think I'm scared of her and I'm not. Just delusional as fuck. That dope got her delusional. That powder and stuff. And that stuff is telling her that she got down Wonder Woman and she 300 pounds of muscle instead of 300 pounds of pudgy, fluffy, funky looking layers of fat. She really is in her mind. You know you scared. You know you got said, I know I'm not. I know I'm not. And I'm right here. Ho, I'll be over there when I check out. Okay. Just want me to feel her. And I'm just like a junkie. And then got a bad kneecap on top of it. Fat as hell. Need a stomach replacement. Need a BBL. Hopping around here with one good knee and one slipping. I mean, man, look. You can't make this shit up, but I'm scared though. I mean, yeah, thank you. That Vicodin and that perk, she got that too. All of them. All of them that you need for shit like that, she got it. Got a whole pill meal in her house. And I've never, ever taken any opioids from her. Never, ever asked for any opioids from her. And that's what the grandmother was embarrassed about. That's why the grandmama wasn't talking. And she said she's been an embarrassment for her. She's been on drugs since she was in high school, hot, fast, grown, selling drugs, doing illegal, fraudulent shit. And the grandmama didn't want to tell me and said she was so disappointed in her granddaughter. And she was not proud of her granddaughter. She said she wasn't taking care of me every day. She wasn't massaging me every day. She wasn't trying to give me the IV therapy that you told her to give me to save my life. My daughter wasn't trying to get it either. They could have put it together. She wasn't even feeding me every day with what I need to be fed. She made her son pick her grandmother up, pick her up and move her around, and they love her dearly. Because the son almost was breaking down over here when I was doing the tribute to her and said they so hurt they can't even call her name. Don't say my grandmama name because they're going to break down. But why didn't you save your grandmother? Because I gave you all the information that would help the grandmother, and I was willing to come over there and help with it. You claim you love her and you did what you could to take care of her, and your mama did what she could, but y'all would not get the therapy for her. You wasn't massaging her every day and lifting her and loving on her and getting the therapist over there for her treatment. You weren't doing it. And the grandmama said you weren't doing it. You telling me y'all so close, she's so in love with you, she's so proud of you. No, she's not. Your grandmother said you're a junkie. And I wasn't going to say nothing. And I told it to you. What was it? Thursday when we talked? Friday before you did what you did. Oh, I just love my grandmama. I miss my grandmama so much. I said, your grandmother is telling me to tell you this right now. And I know you're going to get mad, but I'm sorry. You're going to take it like you want to take it. Your grandmother said that you're a junkie. Your grandmother said she wants you to wean off of that shit. I said, look, I thought you had. I don't, because you say you couldn't get it from the doctor no more. They shut the doctor down, accused the doctor of running a pill mill here. So you can't readily get it. I thought you was weaning off of it. You told me, oh, it's a cold or it's an infection. Now I know it's not. You having withdrawal and you having problems with your body because you're a junkie. I said, your grandmother said that you're on drugs. And your grandmother said she's afraid that you're doing too much of it and you need to taper off of it, Shannon. And you know what she did when I said it? Like this past Thursday, a few days ago, held the phone and got quiet. She held the phone and got quiet. But you're going to have a lawyer to serve papers on me for speaking your family. You're going to beat my ass for having your family's name in my mouth, but you can talk about me and mine, and you can threaten me and call me all kinds of names, and then told your husband is on that phone, you coming over here trying to bully me and intimidate me in between us shooting the video. Are you doing the work for my husband? My husband keep asking you, are you doing the work? Are you going to help him with this case? You know it's coming up November 20th. You know we ain't got that many days. He keeps asking me, I'm saying, yeah, and I keep telling you I need my money. And I keep telling you these people you want to join in need their money. And this is not enough because you shoot a video for me. To make me do all this work and to go to these other people because them witches don't want to hear about you shooting no video for them. They don't want no candle. I can't go to them playing like that. They want their money. And if you're not going to pay me and you think this is enough to shoot a video, then I'm not doing nothing and they not doing it because I can't step to them like that. They want their motherfucking money and I don't blame them. And you're not paying me, I'm paying you. So that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to pay you what you asking for to fill your tank up. And then you want me to pay other people to do your work. And you don't want to give me no money. You want to give me what I shot the I held the camera and I played the music in the car. That should be enough. I shut your fucking mind. I said, you can tell him that until you pay me or until he gets somebody to send you the money, I'm not doing shit. You're not finna fucking take advantage of me. So it's clear you don't want to shoot my video and you're trying to use this as leverage. Well, I shot it, so you need to do all the spell. No, that doesn't justify that and ain't no money in my hand. And you ain't going to find nobody to do that type of work. This guy got state cases and he got federal cases and tell them, I'll shoot a video for you. And you just give me some gas money and pay me to come over. I'll shoot the video for you. And I'll give you about 10 candles. And those are for your grandmother and food for her that you don't pay for. And you do all this work to get my husband out of jail. When he go up there, you make that white judge that don't like him. Not because he's racist, but because he's been in front of him before. And he's violated the law before. And he didn't do what the judge told him to do. So the judge has a hard on for him. Because of how your husband is. And he know how he is. So the judge refuses to recuse himself. The judge refuses to let another judge hear her husband's case. He want to see him himself. Now that doesn't sound good. This judge will not pass it, bow out gracefully, step down and let another judge handle it. He said, no. I'm going to stay on it and I want him to appear before me because I know him And I've had problems with him before. So I am going to see him myself. Oh, you just want to wait and see. As priestess, you say you knew it. She never put that phone away when it came to you, gangster by, and said I was a keyboard gangster. You talking shit, but wait till I see you in the street, bitch. And I'm saying, but you're threatening me. You're threatening me. Stop texting me, hoe. Don't text me back, hoe. And I said, you eat a dick, you stupid bitch. And I said, as long as you text my phone, I'm going to respond back. Bitch, I raise your pressure. Bitch. I said, raise the pressure. Come raise the pressure. Come to my house when you get off. Like you said, I said, you're the gangster keyboarder. You're making threats to me. I've never made a threat to you. You're saying what you're going to do to me. And you said that I'm so scared that if you tell me not to text, you keep texting me, but you said I better not text back and respond. So I'm texting back and responding. As long as you text back, I'm going to text back. So you're texting me and threatening me. I'm going to respond. I'll just see you when you get here. Yeah, ho. When I get, I mean, this was yesterday. This is going on while she acts like she's done with it with y'all. And so I said, you know what? You know that I'm up and I'll be here. Just knock on the door. I hear you pull up. Call me. Yeah, bitch, I'm gonna call you when I pull up. Bitch, you got the right one. Not okay. I mean, just stupid. She sounds like she's in high school, like she about 12 or 13 years old. I see why she hasn't gotten anywhere in life or accomplished anything in life. Because of the way her mindset and why she can't keep a job. I'd really be surprised if she was really a licensed nurse, doing what the stuff she doing and acting. And a lot of nurses are secret drug addicts, but they don't get out doing this. They would never call attention to themselves and go around stalking and harassing and threatening to jump people, knowing you're a licensed nurse and calling from a medical professional office, knowing you could lose your job and possibly even be written up on your license. This is like this person, she sounds stupid than a motherfucker. But I'm letting her do it. And I said, okay, every time I don't answer, bitch, I answer. Okay. I'll see you when you get here. And I'm listening. And then I thought about it. I said, nah, I'm going to, before we have a physical altercation, I'm going to let y'all know what's been going on. And I'm going to let you know how this stupid bitch is. You're so respectable. You're so intelligent. You're so smart. You got your life together. But this is what her life is like, what I just told you. And I will wait for her to call her attorney today, pay to file a lawsuit against me, and I'm going to show up in court. Because clearly, this is what she wants. And this will all be public record, this hearing, and you all will be able to see all of the evidence because she's not going to be able to prove that I'm wrong. When they look at her medical records, they look at her criminal history, her arrest records in an open court. When she subpoenas me, you all will be able to see everything that I have just told you. There's no way I would sit up here and lie about something publicly like that, knowing I could be sued and knowing that the person could get their own background check and pull their own criminal history and show that nothing is there, and then come up on YouTube and in a court of law show all the stuff Alexis said about me. Here's my records right here. I ain't never been arrested. I ain't never wrote no fake prescription. Took a doctor's notepad and wrote no fraudulent information on there to get no prescription. I ain't never been to jail for that. I ain't never been stopped for DUI. I ain't never been arrested for driving with a suspended license or no license. She's lying, and this bitch gonna pay me. So since I'm Cardi, I'm Tasha K, and you Cardi B, I'm lying on you. Then go on and do what Cardi B did. You know I stay. You got my address. I'm not running. Go on and do what Cardi B did, and come get me in court, get me up there on the stand, and then get your lawyer to pull your whole criminal history your whole residential history in Atlanta, then pull your criminal history in Louisiana where your man in jail at. And show that there's nothing there. That the stuff I'm saying happened to you never happened, and you have honor and integrity. Remember, you're on my level. You're my match. I done met my match. You're just like me. Because anybody can pull my criminal record in Atlanta or look for it. Because them sites, you can easily get anybody information. Expose me, bitch. I want to see my criminal history record. I want to see my residential record. Where I've been put out. I got a bankruptcy from what, 2003, 2004, where this nigga set me up and snatched the rug from under me for not because I couldn't pay my bills. I depended on him. He left me hanging when we were fighting. I was trying to leave him then. Yep, I got one of them. Trusting him, not because I was irresponsible, none of that, but yeah, I had one of them. Ever since then, when he did it to me, I was living here. That was 2003, 2004. 2023, I still live here. I've had a stable residential history. I've been here since 2003, 2004. I haven't moved around from place to place. I haven't been evicted, um, foreclosures, nothing like that. You have, but you're on my level. We're just alike. We matching each other's vibration. I'm just like you. I've fought to never be like you because you remind me of my mother. And I've never been like my mother. I've never done things like my grandmother. My grandmother did shit like that. I've never been like my half sister. They have she's a record like you. She just done more prison time. I don't know if you've ever been to prison, but I know you've been arrested a lot of times. And I'm so sure of it. And you told it to me. I know you write bad prescriptions. And I saw it in your record. I'm willing for you to sue me and to stand in front of a judge and you accuse me of being a liar and you sue me for liable son, or you get a gag order on me and you're not going to be able to get a judgment against me for harassing or stalking or lying, because I'm not stalking you. I'm not harassing you. You're doing it to me. And you really do have this record. And you're not going to be able to prove to the judge that I'm lying because it's public. It's public that you didn't do it. If you didn't do it, and it's public if you did, just like what I did is public. And what I didn't do is public. You can get anybody's info now. That's how far I'm willing to stand up for what I believe in. I'm willing for you to get me in a court of law because you won't leave me alone. And you are telling me what you're going to do to me and what a sick, eat a dick, crazy bitch I am. And I'm willing to be that in a court of law in front of a judge. And I'm going to appear. And anybody else that love me and support me, I hope you appear too. Unless because of COVID reasons, it might be on video. Then you can see it online. I'm willing to go for what I believe in and to stand on my principles because I know that you did it. And I know your husband is a sex offender and a drug addict and a hoe and a liar. And he depended on you and you went and lied to him. Now, he never disrespected me. I spoke to him several times. He's never done me like she did. And he definitely said, I trust you. I don't trust nobody but you. And I want you to do this. He's like, now I know you got problems with her. That ain't got nothing to do with me and my situation. I need to get out of here. And I know that she paid you. This is what he said Sunday night. And I said, Shannon's a goddamn lie. She never gave me any U.S. currency. And she never gave me any currency in other form or any other nation's currency or Bitcoin or yen or no other currency she has paid me in. Nothing that would be considered cash money. She's a goddamn lie. I don't know why you lie. And see, that tells you she's a drug addict right there. You done went to your husband, you telling me one thing and you telling him another. You did not tell me you told him that you paid me cash. You are telling this man that you paid me cash, lying, and you know you lying. Then call me Sunday night on the three-way with the man and listening to this man confront me and say, you got your money. I know Shannon paid you, and you know you did not pay me. Only a junkie would do some shit like that. You lied on me to people, then you bring me around to people, and then they start repeating the lie you told on me. And I'm looking at you and I'm looking at them and I'm saying, but she is a fucking lie. Like, why you bring me here? And these people are confronting me like you know the 411 on me, and you know that I received this amount of money, that I did this and that, and the bitch that told you that I did that shit put the meeting together on the three-way or in person, and you know you lying on me. But you put me in front of the person you lied on me to and listen to the man tell me I know you got paid, knowing that she did, and sat there and kept lying. But you did. And then it went from she gave me the money, cash money, a month or so ago, 2 months ago when we was on three-way, and I talked to him, I told him I would help him, to saying, when I said, you a damn lie, Shannon, you ain't gave me, I don't know why you lying to your husband. That's a lie. You ain't gave me shit. She ain't no currency. She lying to you. Then she says, she pauses and she does not say, bitch, I did give you the money. You're a fucking lie. I said, and she didn't say nothing when I said, you're a damn lie. I said, she's a motherfucking lie. I said, why don't you right now get the receipt for PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, show him, email him, and now send it to me right now. What you gave me money. You told this nigga you gave me money. You ain't gave me a goddamn dime. She got quiet because she don't have a receipt for it. And then she goes, real calm. I did pay you. You told me Friday if I bring you them 10 candles that was the payment to do the whole ritual and to get the other people to do the ritual for his November 20th here. And I said, you a goddamn lie. Why would I be stupid enough to say some shit like that and to do that? And then when I go to these other people, they don't want to talk about nothing but payment for cash. U.S. currency. They don't want no candle. They don't want you to hold no film and hold no camera and click on them and turn no music on and toot that thing up, baby. They don't want to hear that shit. So I'm supposed to be broke and you disrespect me like that in the work I do, like I'm some kind of project bitch, and you give me some candles and that's what you made up your mind you're going to do to me and disrespect me and want me to just have him to go in there on November 20th in front of that racist ass judge that don't like him, and the judge dismiss all his charges. You actually think that I'm a stupid bitch, and like you said, I guess I'm so scared I'm gonna do what you said, and I'm supposed to just take some damn candles and some wax and light that and do this miraculous shit for this man when this man has a whole bunch of problems, a whole bunch of state and federal charges. If he doesn't get out of these charges on November, this nigga finna do some more time. She want him out right now so they can get them a house together and fucking suck and live happily ever after. And I don't know what she gonna do with the children, but she real weak for niggas and do anything for a nigga and sacrifice herself for a nigga. You said we have to screen these people before coming. Well, this is the thing. I knew she had been through that, and she was talking to me about it, and I kept it private. And I felt like she hadn't done nothing to me. She hadn't stole nothing from me. She wasn't trying to get me to, get high with her and do drugs. She wasn't threatening to jump me or cause me any problems. So I understand everybody got a pass. Everybody going through what they're going through. And I knew she was struggling with the addiction. But she told me it was because she's in a lot of pain. She wasn't doing it recreationally. She was doing it because she could not, and the doctors could not find her problem giving her pain. Now I realize that's not completely true. To be as dirty as you are and to see what I'm seeing and to see what y'all are seeing. No, you like to get high, especially when I've talked on the phone and she did that shit on the phone and she would I knew what it was then, and I didn't say nothing to Mina. I was getting kind of embarrassed, and I knew it, but nobody else knew it. And I did not tell my sister because I realized that, I don't, and that's my problem. And it's over now. I'm not going to stop talking to somebody and not help them, especially if they ain't hurting me or trying to hurt me, just because I know they were a junkie or they're a junkie now. And if you're not violent, if you're not trying to steal nothing, you're not trying to bring violence to me, you're not trying to bring people to break in my house, you're not trying to hurt me or do not. I don't assume every person that's on drugs is violent or a treacherous person. I knew she would get up every day. She would get her job. She wouldn't keep them, but she would get up and she seemed like a good person. She was clean. She would never stankin'. She would never look high. I knew she was always talking about these problems, and I just believed her when she said it's just all health related. And my mother did the same shit. And then I found out about that, like 2015, 16. I started seeing she had other problems, and she was getting high for years and going to the dentist and getting teeth pulled and get so she could get drugs. A lot of people go to the dentist and get their teeth pulled and have problems because they're constantly getting drugs. And a lot of dentists now won't give it to you because they know that this is what people do. And they go to the doctor or they pay a doctor. Or, a lot of doctors will do the shit. So I realized that my mother really didn't have a lot of unexplained health problems. She had health problems because she's been a drug addict and a cokehead and selling coke since high school. And still is a real bad drug addict and a cokehead and suffering from dementia and a whole bunch of health problems. The health problems are brought on by the drugs. And God knows what they treating the coke with and cutting it with. And these people, so she reminds me of her. So when she did this right here, I really got to thinking. And then her grandmother told me she was a junkie. And she disappointed her. And she's really an embarrassment. Her whole family. I see now why her mama treat her like she do. Because her mother, ain't no telling how many times they had to bail her out of jail. In high school in her 20s. And just like her mother had to help get her out 2 years ago. I know for a fact because she told me. Because I said, where you been? I haven't heard from you. I thought something happened. Oh, I was in jail. Because I was down there busting script to get this nigga some money. Because I ain't want to get him from the bitch or get him from nobody else or rob the bank or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. See, I was trying not to judge that because I know everybody have a struggle. I have a struggle. You got a struggle. Everybody got a struggle. It might not be dope, but it's something else. So she wasn't violent towards me. The way the stuff she's saying and doing now, she wasn't doing that. So I'm not quick. A lot of people have told me they was on drugs and did this and that's that. And I never said nothing. How people come to me for counseling, I've never got on told their business. And a lot of people had them kind of struggles. And my son had it. My mama had it. My half sister had it. So who am I to judge? My own fucking son was doing the shit. The whole family was doing the shit. I thought we getting it all in the street. I find out you're doing it in the family. So because I went through that, it's like, how am I to say that I'm better than somebody or that I can't talk to somebody because they are junkie and they struggling with this shit? That's just not me. But I realize now that still I can't keep trying to like help people and because I need them to help me and I think they really love me like they say and they not gonna bother me. They just suffering through this here. And she told me her childhood was similar to my childhood. Hell, I don't believe her childhood was as bad as mine and she got beat up and punched and all that shit in front of people. I really don't believe her mama did that. And I know her grandmama didn't do that. But she claimed she was neglected and her sister and everybody was treated better than her and it depressed her. So she started getting high and all that shit. And I understand it. It's times I wanted to. But my mind too strong for it. And no matter what I went through and how hard my life was, I never wanted my baby to look me in my eyes and see me like I saw my half sister and her children saw her and other women on the street, a junkie. I see me struggle with that addiction or sick or got HIV or in the street struggling and drawed up and looking bad and everybody fucking me and sticking dicks in my mouth for $5 and $6 and my son gotta see that. I would have killed myself straight out before I let my child see that. He never has seen it. Ain't nobody on the planet ever seen it. And nobody ever fucking will see that. Because Alexis K. Tyler, Tia Wilson ain't never fucking got down like that. Ain't never fucking will. Ain't nobody got them stories on me unless you telling a motherfucking lie. And if you say it, I will sue you. Because I want to see the receipts on it. I want you to go into detail about it. The who, what, when, where, why, the year, the date, the time, the place, the state. Where you seen me smoking crack and sucking dicks and 2 niggas and 3 niggas and running trains on me because I was on that shit. That dream, but that some people wanted to see that happen to me, that dream will never fucking become a reality. I'll die first. I'll die on my feet before I live on my knees for an addiction, for a nigga, for some dick, for some money, for some fame, for recognition. That ain't never been me and it never motherfucking will. Even my daddy was on drugs. And I'm not defaming him, but he was. And they got him addicted in that industry to use, exploit, and abusing pussy and dope. Like they do everybody in there. They get on that shit. And a lot of these people have addictions you don't know they secretly got. Whether it's them Ozempic, them drug shots, them diet shots, and tearing their body up, plastic surgery, addicted to that, addicted to drugs, undercover prescription pills. You don't even know it. Like we didn't know they had Michael Jackson like that. Drugging that man up and shit and taking that man money and killing that man and sock that goddamn man up to shit. Britney Spears and all them bills. We now knowing this here. My mother's a junkie. My father got off of it right when he was trying to make a comeback. Then they killed him. My father was clean at the time, but he probably had a lot of damage to him because they had him doing coke, shooting heroin. I'm saying, man, they had my dad on all kinds. And they had them bitches and his handler, Harlene Harris. That was the industry model and the handler like Nipsey's baby mama. She was the same. And of course, she got the recognition and got more money than the other women. They ran them off the same way that Nipsey baby mama did. Secretly threatening, intimidating, and run them off. I know how the game go. So I said that to say this. My father's genetics are mine. My mother's genetics are mine. They were addicted to drugs and sex and alcohol. I have never done the drugs. I have never been addicted to anything or anybody. Never been a drug addict. And it's really strange because my mother was one and my father was one. My mother's daughter, which is my half sister's one, and then my son is one. I'm the only one that's never tasted it. Let me take that back. I'm not going to say I didn't taste it. Because like I said earlier, when I got surgery, when I go to the doctor, when you get medication, you are still taking opioids. And medicine's made from opioid derivative. So I have gotten it through legal prescription and when I've had surgeries and you need meds. Yes. Like all of y'all have. Like your babies have. But recreationally and to do these things in the street on my own, the answer is no. But I would still have them in my system. If you really want to think about it and get technical, all of us have had the same type of drugs, maybe not to cut the same way or as potent, as pure, or as a junkie would have them. But if you've been a child and you were born in a hospital, you got drugs. And your child got drugs and vaccine. If you've had surgery of any kind, you have had opioids and cocaine and heroin derivatives and Demerol and Vicodin and Percocet, Molly, you've had it all. So on that level, yes, it has been in my system as far as a legal and medical remedy when I'm getting physical care, medical treatment under a physician, a licensed prescription. But other than that, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. And then we have drugs in the food. We don't know what's in it. So technically, yes, I've had the same drugs. But under a doctor's protection and doctor's medical treatment. That's it. And like I said, I don't even take it. You'll have to see me in a lot of pain. Real, I'm talking about so bad that I can't help it before I would take a prescription med for drugs for my pain. I deliberately leave pills in the bottle because I want to build up my connection to God. And when a lot of time you be surprised and build up my intestinal fortitude and build my mind up. When you in a lot of pain and you start to meditate and you start to chant and pray to God and take your mind off the pain and said it's not mine, it doesn't belong to me, and you give it to literally the wind, you give it to God or whatever ancestors you're using, and you replace it with the chanting and the meditation and the prayer, and you become so high in the spirit off of that you take your focus off the pain and you put it on the chanting and the words you're chanting, even if it's just your body and the biochemistry of the brain will then shift and release hormones of pleasure than hormones of pain. Now, please don't misunderstand me. If you're terminally ill and you're in a lot of pain and you got your pain meds, by all means, take your meds. But I know people who have been dealing with terminal cancer and a lot of pain who came back from it and healed themselves by learning to control their brain and their moves and their thinking, and the outcome is shifting their personality. This happens all the time. And these are the things I study and research, and I work on my mind, work on my body. Anything you can heal and change with your mind, or you can assist a person like an older, like Shannon grandmother, that old like that and don't know no better. She just knew she wanted to live, and then this lady was talking out of her head, losing her ability to think and to focus. And she filmed her. The grandmother is talking to the spirits. She's walking literally with the ancestors. They're talking to her. She's talking to them. She's calling their names. The ones that physically died, but they came down to greet her and to talk with her and make sure she was sure and working through so they can take her out of the body. And Shannon watches this. You let your grandmother die that you love so much. And I gave you an alternative remedy in conjunction with her meds and her diet and giving her therapy, and your grandmother could have lived longer. But you wouldn't get the money. And you say you told your mother what I said, and your mother said she didn't have the money. So all the people that are whining and crying now about her death, y'all all could have pitched in to have her monthly holistic treatment therapy fund. I don't care if you had to go fund me. If you really love her so much and she's so good to you and you made her proud and you're such a good granddaughter, why would you film her day by day dying? When I told you the solution and you said you didn't do it because of money and insurance doesn't cover alternative therapy, but you go and you write illegal federal prescriptions for a nigga and for yourself, and you selling drugs and you buying them, you taking your money to do that, but you wouldn't save your beloved grandmother. I don't care if you gave her an extra 2 weeks. You wouldn't do it. But I've met my match now, and you're on my level, and you're going to beat my ass and teach me a lesson, and you're going to make your lawyer send me papers to shut me down real fast. Hmm. Hmm. I'm going to I've talked about this. It's been, I didn't realize. You know what, Lux the medium, is that what you're seeing in the spirit? I would love your feedback. I wish you would ask the spirits. If you just talk to them as well as ask a card, I want to know what they said to you. I really, because I don't like to lie on nobody. April, I don't know. That's what I wanted the same thing, because they need to know what she doing. The people, they need to know how stupid and silly and with a high school mind, how immature and dumb that she is. You're grieving your grandmother, and you didn't even have to grieve your grandmother. I was giving you a solution to keep your grandmother alive a little bit longer until you can find other ways to heal the grandmother, because that can be healed. Parkinson can be healed and reversed with diet and detoxification and the right nutrients in the body. Just like Alzheimer's dementia can, but you wouldn't listen. You ask me for something, and every time I tell you to, that might be where it is, April. Every time you ask me something, I tell you to do it, you always do the opposite, and you let your grandmother die. But you love her so much. You're so smart, and you got so much integrity, and you on my level, and I mean, now and guess what the grandmother said to me? She said, you could have, you helped her. She could have saved me. He said, but she said she wasn't with me the whole time. When she come home in the house, she up there laid up, she eating, she on the phone, propped up, she's doing drugs. And like I said, I said, your grandmama said you're a junkie. And you need to stop it before you end up having more serious health problem and medical problem. Hmm. And she held the phone. She did not say her daughter was her grandma was lying. She said, Drip, can I pay to help heal my sister? How do I pay? I don't know. I mean, I don't know heal or how. What's wrong with her? You can email me. You cannot just pay me for a reading or anything else. You have to email me to be considered, and let me see the pictures, the obituary, picture of you, picture you asked for, the exact questions, and I'll decide if I'm doing it or not. I decide the spirits want me to do this, or there's information. So is Alexi setting up a child abduction or not? I don't really understand what you were saying. I don't know who that is. You're not talking to me, because I never set a child up to be abducted. So I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about if you're talking to me, Rachel. So was Alexis setting up a child abduction or not? Freddie, Fed. You need to explain to me, honey, if you're talking to me, because I really don't know what you're talking about right now, because I'm not even around children. I don't keep children. I don't have nobody else's children. So are you accusing me of setting up a child abduction? Because I don't even know nothing about what the fuck you talking about. And that's not my name anyway that you spelling. Like I said, April, you have to send me a picture of you, your mama, the situation. I have to look at it. Yes, El Murray. Thank you, Lux the Medium. I want to see what this person, Rachel, what are they talking about? Because you're not talking about me. Because I'm not around children. And I've never been accused of or been involved in setting up a child abduction. So I'm waiting for the person to tell us what they're talking about. You know what? This motherfucker finna get the fuck up out of here. Uh, because this is a lying, stupid motherfucker. He must say that shit about me. Because ain't nobody ever accused me of no shit like that. Let me see here. She needs to explain. Who need to explain, Lisa? Yes, Christina, because when I said it a couple of days ago, she didn't say her grandmother was lying. She didn't say that she had gotten off of it. I'm just looking through here to see if anybody harassing anybody. I mean, if somebody weak and they keep taking medication, that's on them. They turn into junkies, that's on them. Thank you, Lux the Medium, because I believe that same thing. Took them from her grandmama because her grandmama said she was in there doing them. And I guess that's why the grandmama was so quiet with me. She didn't want to say it. Cracking meth. Where have you walking around looking like a zombie? I've seen people that smoke crack and smoke meth, and they look and they fat. They don't look. You can't tell. Lisa Jones, you say I had Vicodin and perks, but legal only through search. See what I'm saying? Surgery. No addiction here. Didn't finish the script. See, you're like me. When you really, been in there and come out of surgery, you might need it. But if you strong like me, got strong constitution, I'm gonna start drinking a lot of water. I'm gonna start taking my greens. I'm gonna start meditating. I'm really gonna relax and get into the pain. I'm gonna do some heavy meditation on it. And somebody else said, Estrella, yes, I got perks with my wisdom teeth. You have to, because it's digging at you, bleeding, and it's hurting. But when I was 16, I had all four of my wisdom teeth pulled out my head. I wasn't crying or whining, and I didn't take the meds. I was scrawled in, not strong. I was scrawled in. Because my teeth grow so close together, I didn't have no space in my mouth, so they would have crowded them up. And my grandma was like, no, I'm going to fix to get your teeth taken out in the back because you got all them teeth, and I took care of them, they pretty and straight, and now your wisdom teeth trying to come through, they'll tear up your whole mouth. So we got to take, they said we got to take all of them. They took them all at one time. And I really didn't, I don't know. I guess that's just how some people are. I don't really have pain. I do, but I have a high tolerance for it. So even at 16, I did not cry or beg for pain meds, even though I had them. Oh, yep, all money, not good money. Yeah, I'm just looking through here. People who are working through their unresolved stuff, and I work every day through my unresolved stuff. And that's why I try not to judge nobody. Especially, like I said, she had not done nothing to me, and the threats and stuff until now. So I'm not going to refuse to speak to somebody because they're a junkie. Especially if I see you working, you clean, you taking care of you seem like you taking care of your children, and you say you take care of your grandmama, and I just didn't want to, but now I realize that I have to. I realize I have to screen people and not let people get so close, and that's why I said I'm not going to keep telling y'all this because I know it happens, and I'm not the only one it happens to. That's why I see a lot of people that are spiritual or psychic or something. They be to themselves. They don't really fuck with nobody. And what they don't know, they either go without or they learn to do it on their own. That's why I say, y'all, donate and help me because I need to stop going through this and I need to learn how to work technical things. I need to learn to be tech savvy because I love this and I love dancing with the spirits. I love it. I got my altar lit now, even though it's early. I do this every day, and I say it. This now. I've gotten to keep dealing with women that do stuff like this. And to be honest with you, it's happened my whole life. So I'm my own mother, and I really thought at this age I wouldn't be dealing with these type of immature women. I thought that stuff would be in the past. I can't believe that that's the first thing women want to do to me. Because she's 48, 47, 48. You want to physically assault me, and I haven't done anything to you to justify that. This is where all these women always want to go and want to come to my house and physically assault me. But I never run. I'm here. And then said, bitch, you ain't really got no gun, bitch. You ain't. See, we on that again. You ain't really got no gun, bitch. I come over there and beat your ass. And I said, if you believe I don't, then just come on and find out. She was saying stuff like that. And y'all saw it in the video. You know, fuck with me, you know I got it. She said I didn't, and you could see it. And she said that I was lying about it. So I just said, well, okay. Well, come and find out. I'll be here when you get off. I mean, this bitch is nuts. Nuts. Like really unstable. But then want to act to y'all like she's so good and she's the victim and I'm doing this shit to her. But then all on the text where y'all can't see it, making all the threats from her job. Because she ain't gonna keep long. I mean, you sowing these bad seeds like this. and you keep saying you're gonna be blessed, your husband finna get out, and everything gonna go your way, you're a dirty bitch. Really got a lot of mental problem, have no honor and no integrity at all. What people don't have to do, I mean, you can order it. You pay for the groceries and you order it. You know, I don't charge for a plate. I just charge for the grocery. You buy the groceries, I cook it. You can have it delivered, but I'm not finna have nobody hanging over here. I'm not finna eat with nobody no more. I'm not finna drink with nobody no more. I'll get somebody else. You know, you will set up you if you're here, you can deliver it or you can pay to have it shipped, freeze dried and shipped to where you are. I just don't want to do this no more, and I am not gonna put myself in a position to go through this again. And you know what? Speaking of that, her blaming me for her weight gain, talking about because you want me to eat these carbs and I'm trying to get down to your size now. She's not the first fat woman that has eaten my food, liked the food, and then what I'll do is I'll still have recipes to give me, and I'll make them, and I can't eat it all. And I'll say, well, would you like to try this for me? Why are you asking me to try that? You're trying to make me fat, and I'm trying to get to your size. And I'm like, how? I eat macaroni and cheese. I eat Salisbury steak and gravy and mashed potatoes like y'all. I just don't eat it every day. I have my cheat days. And when I know I'm going to eat it, I flush. The next day, I flush it out. If I know it's days I'm craving sugar so bad, I'm like, fuck it, I can't take it. I want a piece of candy. I want a whole candy bar. I eat it, and then I don't worry about it. And I've drank the green juice behind it because I knew I eat some junk or a piece of cake or brownie or something. And then the next day, I don't, 3, 4 days, I don't eat it. I just flush and I make up for it with green juices or a lot of broth, chicken broth, beef broths in between. I know how to balance it out when I want to eat some junk. But I'm like, I eat the same macaroni and cheese I cook for you. I just know I can't eat it every day and let it stay stuck in my gut. Or you will get fat and bloat it all up and big old muffin tops and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, y'all was fat than a motherfucker when I met you. When you ordered the food, you was already bigger than me. You was fat before I knew you, and then now you introducing to me, you fat. But now it's my fault. And if you keep trying what I cook, I'm giving you carbs and I'm making you fat. I've had like 3 fat women accuse me of that. And y'all was already fat before you contacted me. And I gave you the food and you like the food. And most of my stuff is a lot of vegetables. I don't use no lard. I don't use no artificial oils and all that shit. I use pure butter. I eat real butter and real salt. I do not buy diet food. I don't use diet food because it's not good for you. Not to me. I love real pure salted butter. I love cream. I'm addicted to cheese. I love milk. I love but whole the large eggs. I eat large egg with a big yolk in it. But I know that I have to balance that. Now, is 3 fat women accuse me of not wanting them to look like me. Not, and they all younger. They all chronologically younger, 30s and 40s, and accuse me of trying to sabotage them. It's my fault. I don't have nothing to do with nobody's body and what they eat. But now you come over here big as hell. I ain't never seen you before in my life. I ain't never cooked for you. I never gave you that. Big as hell. Built up like a Gila monster. Built up like one of them damn whales down there at SeaWorld up there. And it's my fault. And I'm sabotaging you. I don't want you to be sexy and fine. I don't, and to me, being my size don't mean you sexy and fine. Because there's a lot of men that love BBL women, it's like 200 and 300 pounds. They'll walk past me to get to one of them. So if you like to eat and you a fat bitch, Why don't you just be sexy? I've seen women real big. They sexy to me because they attitude and the way they still dress, and even though they big and the stomach might be long, they be clean. They have a nice outfit. I don't know. It's like they attitude or the way they keep themselves up. They be sexy to me. And some of them like to be big and eat, but they work out and they be curvy. So I don't put nobody down because you're not my size. I'm not even my size. I'm even too big right now. I don't like my size. I want to be more smaller. So I don't judge. I never made fun of her. I never judged her. But she started saying and doing weird shit when we when I was dancing. Like she got the car and told me to grab her meat on the side, and I'm finna get this taken off, and I be dancing too now, and I'm exercising too, so I can get down. And it's like nobody told you that you had to lose weight. Nobody told you that you had to be my size to dance. I never said nothing like that. Nobody that I know of ever said anything like that. So I didn't do nothing to her. I didn't make her fat. I want to make her fat. As a matter of fact, she got mad because I said it the other day. I said, matter of fact, since you haven't had any of my food and like 6 months now, you done got big as hell. I mean, you bigger, so you don't want to eat carbs from my house. But you said I did it to you, but you're clearly going to drive-throughs. Are you eating junk at home and doing meds? Because this you have gained another 100 pounds since you refused to eat here. So you're saying that I did it. How the fuck did I do it? Because you don't even sample my food anymore. You told me you didn't even want it because I deliberately trying to keep you from getting to my size. So how the fuck you like you weigh 200 more pounds? Built like Kali Ma, if she fine, but Kali got a lot of hands around her waist. You got a lot of stomach around your waist, but I did that. Uh, okay, okay. I was asking her, how did that happen? Because you said I was doing it. You don't eat my food. How did that happen to you? Why are you so more huge and dumpty like Humpty Dumpty and flouncing? And when you walk, that shit jumbles and jiggles around like that, and layers of it and rolls of the shit like that's me. You right, Shreveport. Oh, Shreveport, what, baby? I'm sorry. What about Shreveport? What happened in Shreveport? Lux to medium. No, it's not a thyroid problem. She eats like she eats, and I know for a fact she eats a lot of junk food and take drugs. She eats a lot of junk food and go through the drive-through. Yep, them pills do make you retain fluid, and they release a lot of negative chemicals. What about Shreveport Lux and medium? What does that mean? Yes, Tiffany. I know for a fact. She be eating out and getting all this fatty stuff and chemicals that taste good, and you don't know what's in it. Oh, you said she's. I said she. Okay, because I wonder Shreveport. I wonder where that is. Is that tied to anything with her case and her husband? Because he locked up in Louisiana. I don't know what parish, but he's in Louisiana. So when we said Shreveport, that made me wonder, was you picking up something? Yep, like an org. Yep, thank you. And that's why she'll never get out the car. So when she got out that time, I hadn't even seen her whole body in months because she wouldn't get out the car when she come over here. And when she got and I seen that, I said, I don't know what she's thinking. I don't know what she's feeling. And I wanted to try to calm her. I didn't like when she was saying, I got to get this surgery. And I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have to look like me. You don't just do you. Like, why are you saying this? Because I never cracked no jokes. I never said that until now. And I'm wondering, where's this coming from? Because nobody's making fun of her. I didn't see y'all making fun of her. Y'all know I didn't do it. So I'm just like, okay, so this is some personal shit with me that I don't know anything about. So I knew then to keep saying stuff, I knew I had to fall back because it wasn't going to end well. And I knew it wasn't going to last long. You said, I noticed she was in that car. Why she don't get out? Because she didn't want y'all to see that. And she wouldn't even let me see it. And I could see the top of her and how big and flabby the arms were. And I'm just like, at your age, I did say that other day. I said, you too big. No, nobody made fun of her until now. She was saying that shit. And I didn't tell y'all, and I knew, and I told my sister, and I said, this ain't gonna last long because of stuff she said. She said, what? She did what? She got out, made you grab her? I said, yeah. I said that she finna get a BBL, and I mean, I said, oh, okay. I still didn't say that slick. Didn't know. And I said, I knew something's off, but I knew y'all didn't do it because I didn't see y'all say nothing out of the way. Y'all were happy that I was getting along with somebody that she's 48, 47, 48. Yeah, she didn't say it wasn't good. She said I was setting her up for failure. That I was deliberately making foods to keep her from getting down to my size. I was sabotaging. And okay, but you again, she hasn't eaten here for 6 months and she's gained over 100 pounds. Huge. And so did I do that? Wherever you eating at, you don't think they're sabotaging you? Whatever diet from the drive-through you think tastes so good, that sugar and shit, you they're not sabotaging you, and you're not sabotaging yourself, and you're huge as fuck and only 5'2". But I that's what I was doing for you. Okay. So you should be much smaller now, but instead you much goddamn bigger. Anyway, y'all hit my cash app, make it clap. We've been on here a long time. I'm not gonna go through this no more. I tried to be on here long enough to tell y'all everything I know about her and her doing what she's doing and saying what she's saying and starting shit she's starting. And so I can get ready for the lawsuit she finna put on me, and I'm finna get ready for her come over here jumping me, and so let me go on and get this out the way first, and then I don't even want to think about this shit no more. I'm gonna think about something positive, get my own life together, continue to get my own body together, work through my own shit. Like this right here, I'm not gonna address it. She keep threatening me. I'm not gonna block her calls. I'm not gonna block her texts. I'm gonna let her keep on doing it, and then I'm wondering how that's gonna look in court too, with her doing that and saying that I'm doing this to her and that she's the victim, and then proving that I'm a liar and get a lawyer on me and a judge on me. I mean, don't you have enough legal shit with your husband that you can't even get him out of? If we had just agreed to stop speaking like I thought we did Sunday and you moved on, I never would have said nothing. Now you got to call me out my name. You got to threaten me, eat a dick, you stupid bitch, and all that. See, no, we not going to do that. I'm coming to your house. Bitch, I got your hoe. I'm whooping your ass on sight when I run into you on the street. Okay, okay. So I'm giving you all the ammunition to make you want to do it. I ain't holding back nothing now because of what you keep doing and what you keep saying. See, now y'all know what kind of person that you really did. All the happy, bubbly, get it drip. Where's the walker? Where's the guy? Now you know that's not the person that this is. This person got several personalities. You know how dirty this bitch is, and that's why she got enraged because I told y'all how she really is and how our relationship really is. She can't take it, but you want to say I ain't this and that, but I show my real self. I tell my real business, but you don't want people to know how you really fucking are. So since you're doing this to me and trying to expose me, and you can't even find that I did to you, I'm showing y'all the real person that I've been seeing since 2019, and we've stopped speaking before because of dirty shit she did. Now, I'm sorry, Drip. She'll come back and apologize, then she'll do something again. So y'all need to know that she not what y'all think. Huh? She wants y'all, she don't want y'all to attack her, she don't want y'all to turn, but y'all not her supporters and fans, you mine. She wants y'all to think she's sweet and innocent and that I just flipped on her for no reason. She don't really want y'all to know how she really is. So I'm getting ready for the lawsuit. I'm getting ready for the physical assault. I'm getting ready for all of it. I'm here for all of it because I ain't no coward and I'm not finna run from her. I'm not finna hide from her. I'm not finna not talk to avoid her. I'm here for it. I'm gonna embrace all the dirty shit you sending. I'm gonna embrace everything you saying. I'm gonna embrace the lawsuit against me. I'm gonna embrace all so we can go on and get this out and we can get this over. And I'll never fucking mention your name again. I'll never fuck with you again. I don't never want to see you no more as long as I live. So I'm gonna let you do you. I'm gonna let you get your lawyer. I'm gonna let you come over here and jump me. Excuse me, attempt to. I'm gonna let you do all that. I'm not gonna run from you. I'm not gonna have no situation. This is a situation in my life. This is a bitch I chose to fuck with. So now, as a grown woman, I'm gonna deal with the consequences behind it. Once we deal with it and we wrap this up, the judge make whatever decision they make, and we done. You come over here, hit me. I'm gonna hit your back. We deal with that, and then we're gonna be done. So that's where you want to go with it. As a grown woman, I'm gonna set responsibility. I'm gonna ride on with it. But I do know I ain't did nothing to you though. And I do know that I helped you and you took advantage of me. And now you're trying to make it look like I did something to you and I victimized you. And I didn't. So I'm gonna let you take this where you wanna go. And I'm not gonna act as a victim. I have not come to y'all today as a victim. As a grown woman, I'm going to stand in it and I'm going to stand on it. And I'm making different decisions now, different moves now. That's why I asked you to donate to let me get my equipment so I won't keep on telling y'all that this is going on. I know how to operate my own equipment, set my own shows up, set my own music up, set my own dance up, and be here by myself with these spirits in my own world until I meet people with honor and integrity that are really on my level, that are really on my vibration to help me get to the next level as I help them. So I'm gonna get this trash and riffraff and these rats and these bats in the belfry out my life. I'm gonna deal with them like a grown woman. Once I deal with her and once I deal with whatever legal shit she bring down on me, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna deal with it, I'm gonna get my lawyer, and then we're gonna resolve and see what the outcome gonna be. And then I'm gonna be done. She can keep on talking, she can keep on sending texts. I said what I had to say, and now I'm gonna get off of here and deal with the other part of it. Because you were on the phone with an inmate that's got a federal case and you are harassing me on the phone with an inmate. See, they need to know about that. So since you in a telling mood and exposing me, I'm in a telling mood too. But see, you don't have nothing on me though. But I got all shit on you. Now I don't think they'll take too kindly to that, knowing that you are calling an inmate, lying on me, and then putting the inmate on the phone that's got a federal case, and you already got enough problems, federal problems married to a federally inmate that have federal charges on him, and you are married to him and dealing with legal issues. Your name comes up with his, and you are on the phone threatening people and on a text and got an inmate on the phone conspiring with you, lying to the inmate to confront me on the phone. Yeah, you know what? I talked y'all. I'm finna go handle that.